Hello and or hey, how's everybody doing? It's a Monday night, which means we're back for more Hooligans. Uh, Everybody, it is a pleasure to be back. This is chapter 3 of Hashbrowns and Hooligans. We're going to be diving in here in just a second. Quick shout out to all of our players here. We have Noelle as Billy, Mel as Shelly, Elliot as Rad, Gabriel as Thrax, Emily as Nori, and Daniel as Rhodey. Roddy, sorry. My apologies. I was momentarily distracted by the fact that Gabriel is currently sitting in the Roddy spot on the screen. um, yes, we are back, guys. We are in partnership with Alchemy RPG. If you aren't familiar with them, go check them out. They're super super cool. We'll drop the link into the chat there for you. But enough messing around. Would somebody like to recap, or do you want me to just do it?
I remember we ended with a dream.
We did end with a dream. So,
I momentarily died.
You did momentarily die. We had jumped in right into combat last time. You guys were under attack by a pack of wild feral gnolls who had attacked the caravan that was currently transporting you. You guys had managed to break out of the wagon that you were in to try and find out what was going on and try and escape. You had Thrax had done a very very cool flip over the top of the wagon before landing in mud. This had then resulted in some other confusion. Let's see here. There were two gnolls that were attacking Shelly and Nori and Billy. Roddy had managed to get to the wagon and started trying to get that open. While they were doing that, the gnoll attacks continued. At some point, I don't exactly remember when, there was a lot of dice rolling happening. Shelly hit the ground unconscious after they got attacked and used their powers and stuff. Thrax slapped a horse. That didn't motivate the horse to do anything, shockingly. You guys had gotten up onto the wagon, had started trying to get that wagon moving. Once the wagon was moving, Daniel as Roddy had managed to get up onto the top and was trying to use their abilities to like open a hole in the roof of the wagon to try and be able to get in to get their equipment and stuff like that. This resulted in Roddy taking too much damage from his power, and the entire roof just sort of dissolved, and he fell into it unconscious. You guys did manage to get the wagon moving. You had gotten it onto the road and took off while the gnolls presumably kept attacking the caravan. You had gotten down the road a ways and then had pulled off to the side, gotten out, gotten all of your equipment out. In that time, you'd also managed to patch up Roddy and Shelly, who were both unconscious. Roddy was stabilized. Shelly still seemed bad. Thrax had looked through some of the equipment and stuff that was in the wagon and had used his divination gift to figure out if there was anything that he could do to save them, and had found that there were these weird whatchamacallit, these weird like vials in syringes, and it seemed like that was a way to help. Injected into Shelly came to consciousness. And then as you guys sort of stabilized everybody, got the equipment out, you sent the horses down the road with the wagon and disappeared into the woods. You did wake Roddy up as well. As you were going off into the woods, you ended up finding a place to make camp. You settled in. I believe Thrax had taken first watch and everybody else had sort of settled in for the evening. As Shelly sort of drifted off, they had this dream of this green mist sort of swirling around them. Slowly became more and more of a nightmare. So that is where we will pick up. Thrax, You
Yes, sir.
are. Yes, Shelly.
We have something to do with Zegron's intro.
Was he here?
He's here.
Oh, Zegron arrives. Incredible. They even highlighted the message for you.
Yeah.
Okay. What, hold on, let me
For
find it.
those of you who don't know, last week we had a giveaway in the break, and Zegron won it, but was not here to claim it. And so there was an agreement reached that we would give it out to another person, but that in exchange Gabriel would read off the Zegron intro to make up for it.
To make up for it. He did end up winning, though. That's one thing. Didn't he end up claiming a prize?
So we ended up giving away a secondary prize. And then afterwards, the person who won the primary prize messaged me and was like, "Hey, actually, give it to Zegron
anyway."
Oh, that's so sweet.
So
Very
thank you to the original winner. And Zegron, now you just get bonuses because it's a promise we made on stream, which makes it legally binding.
That's right.
Okay, fair. I'm reading the intro. Let me scroll back here. In highlights, here we go. Are we ready, Zeg? This is just like the old days. Only I'm significantly out of practice. Out of the night when the full moon is bright comes the horseman known as Zegron. This bold renegade marks a Z with his blade. A Z that stands for Zegron.
Zegron!
Yay.
Absolutely. Welcome to the stream, Zegron. It is good to have you. It is a pleasure to be back. Thrax, you are on watch.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
Oh gosh. Have I already
First
forgotten
roll
how
of
to
the
do that?
night.
Yeah, first roll, and I don't know what I'm doing. Here we go.
I believe. No Emmys, no Emmys.
Right?
Thrax.
9.
9.
Push it on those double digits.
You are you're doing your best. You're keeping an eye open. You are getting a little tired. It's been a long day. You had to carry some people and equipment around for a while. That's exhausting. So you're sort of dozing off when all of a sudden Shelly wakes up with a start screaming. Which, even with a 9, you do hear.
Everything okay down there?
Yeah.
Insight check?
Make an insight check. Shelly, make deception. Insight of 12 from Thrax. Shelly,
Oh, 1 second.
how
Sorry.
deceptive are you?
Oh, there we go. No, it's gonna be good.
14. Thrax,
Believable. Yeah.
there's something in her voice that at first you're like, is she telling me the truth? But then you look her in the eyes and they're just those cold, dead eyes.
Wait, sorry.
Seems believable.
Okay. Yeah, so whereabouts in my watch is this? Towards the middle, like towards the end?
This would be towards the end of your watch for sure.
Sure. So it sounds like you're awake. Do you want to switch with me?
Yeah, for sure. I've got
I kept the tree
nothing I
warm.
have to figure out in here or anything I'm thinking about. So this will be perfect.
Okay. Do I have to make a roll to get down from the tree?
I think you absolutely do.
Are they still like tweaking
I would
a
say
bit?
it's not a particularly difficult roll. I will
Sure.
let you do acrobatics or athletics.
Nice.
DC 10.
Okay. I'm gonna say acrobatics, as that's my best shot at actually getting through this. But here we go.
Okay.
Do I also need to athletics
You-
check?
You don't have to go up into the tree.
No, I'm going in the tree.
Then
yes, you do.
Then
That's
yes,
the lottery.
then yes, you need to make an athletics check to get up into the tree. Okay, yeah, you make it up there, not a problem.
As we're passing, can I just look at Thrax and say, good doggy. And chewing.
I have
I
nothing
don't know any
for that at
races.
all. I would probably just, it's late. I'm gonna slide the rest of the way down that tree and just we'll
Just
deal
go
with
to
that in
bed.
the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the time for that.
Not the right moment.
You get back down the tree. You curl up in your bedroll, lay down, get some sleep. Shelly, you're awake for the rest of the night, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a perception check, Shelly. Okay. You see a throughout the night there's a couple of different like movements off in the woods. Nothing getting too close, seems to be giving you a wide berth there. But there are things out there for sure. The more you're sort of sitting here and just watching, the more uncomfortable you are. Especially after waking up from that dream, every movement sounds like something's coming for you. The rest of you continue your night and you're sleeping well. Thrax.
Oh.
Just roll me a flat d20.
No?
No.
Mutiny.
Oh.
my god.
Oh.
Okay. Let me consult my charts.
That's not a good.
Oh, come on. I don't.
I'm
I
sorry.
wish I could see it. I can't see it.
Definitely a 2.
Nice.
You are asleep. And you hear something. Maybe it's a dream, maybe it's something from outside. You're not quite certain.
Okay.
You hear something. You can't move. You just feel it sort of moving around near you. And then you hear a voice that just says, "Can you hear me?"
Am I actually hearing that or is it in my head?
It sounds like it's in your head.
So I would probably answer out loud anyway.
Okay.
And I whisper though. Yes. Yes.
The voice just says, "Interesting." And then it sort of fades.
Oh.
You feel that presence leave.
Okay.
Did I notice this at all?
You did not.
Okay, cool.
You with your 11, you may have seen Thrax like twitch a little bit in their sleep, but like dogs do that.
Dogs do that. He's probably running it.
Actually,
Aw.
fun fact. Hyenas are actually closer related to cats than they are dogs. So I would imagine a gnoll is actually closer in relation to like a tabaxi than a werewolf.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thrax, that happens. Slowly you drift back off into that deep sleep. You feel, as you're in this sort of dream state, and you felt this before, that little mote of energy inside just sort of moving. It's almost like it's awake and it's trying to be activated. You felt this a couple of times, like when you found Nori. That was one of those situations where you felt this and you sort of activated it and had this dream of where they would be.
Okay. When I feel that sensation, is it something that I feel like I could move? Like, does it correlate to distance somehow? I could move towards or away from it? Does it have some kind of? Like, can I grab it or hold onto it?
It's a weird sort of intangible thing. It's almost more like you know when you really have to burp and you just like
I do.
you can't quite get it and you're just like trying to burp but it won't go.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Okay. I'm trying. I don't know what to do with that specifically, other than to maybe. I'm still asleep, right?
You are.
Okay. I probably would try it in a like a half sleep state to like pry that open or access it in a way like to release it somehow, but I wouldn't know how to do that other than to like dive deeper into sleep. And that's probably pretty difficult out here in the middle of the woods. Like maybe a meditative process. I'm not sure. There's a lot going on.
How would you like to attempt it?
Are we allowed to use hit dice when we're unconscious?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you wouldn't have gotten your full sleep back yet.
Right.
But if you have one, you absolutely can.
I believe I have one left because I used. Ooh. You know what? I don't know the answer to that.
You would take. I believe you used one, to figure out where the if there was any healing left.
Right.
So you would take damage if you want to use it.
Okay. So only because this is sitting in front of me and I'm trying not to ignore these signs when they come in. And on top of that, okay, how about this? Can I roll an insight check on that voice earlier to determine whether or not I believe that it is like a positive or a negative influence of some kind?
Sure. Make an insight check.
Okay. I'm just going to do a high-low and let you let me know. This is west. Everything's middle of the road.
You sort of think on it. Because it's sort of in that sleep state, it's hard to really judge one way or the other. It didn't seem actively hostile. If anything, it sounded curious to you.
Okay. So I think knowing that and knowing Thrax's instinct to want to like interact or really get hands-on with anything that's happening, I would definitely roll that hit die to try and kind of embrace whatever this feeling is. It's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. And a 1.
One. Okay.
So
No,
super great.
That's fine. So
That's what I wanted.
because of the way that your gifting works, when it presents itself, it is very easy to access it. It is the easiest way, like the easiest time to access that gifting. The most direct information is when it presents itself to you. But when like you can always attempt to gain information from it in another capacity. But if it ever presents itself to you, that is the easiest time to gain it. So as long as you use your hit dice, you're good to go.
Okay.
So you see as your vision sort of turns to these mists that you've seen hundreds of times in your visions, they sort of swirl around and around, and you see what looks like a mountain pass, followed by a large stone wall that seems to encircle a city with this mountain at its back. You can see the hundreds of people sort of moving around. It doesn't look hugely populated, but it's a big city. And then your vision sort of goes through it. And you see what looks like some sort of temple. and your vision goes into the temple, and then you see some people moving around in there, and you see a what looks like some sort of elephant person. I don't know if Thrax would have ever seen a Loxodon. They're not hugely common, especially out in the Dune Sea. You may have heard stories of them. But you see a Loxodon sort of moving around and turning and talking to several other people. You can't make out what they're saying, but they seem to be arming themselves. And then you see them walk towards a large, dark iron gate, sort of set into the mountain itself at the back of the city. You see them walk down there, and the gate closes, and you just have a very bad feeling about whatever just happened.
Ooh.
And then you wake up, the sun is out, the fire is sort of just a little bit of smoldering there. It's still sort of gloomy in these woods, but like the sun's up.
Okay. Is there a fire started?
There's a little bit of a fire remaining.
I think it's time for me to test my hands at making a fire again.
Absolutely.
Am I the first one up though?
Shelly would still be up.
Right, but in the tree.
Question for Roddy, Rad, Billy, Nori. Are any of you morning people?
I think normally Roddy is a very early morning person, but because I've been recovering from 2 points of exhaustion, I probably needed to sleep in a little bit.
That's fair. Roddy is just laying on the ground snoring loudly.
Billy was still hoping that they'd wake up and find out it was a dream, so they woke up early and then they went back to bed. They're just like, oh, nope, okay.
Rad's a teenager, so he's
no.
sleeping in as
Yeah,
like
that's
he'll
Yeah.
sleep till noon.
Yeah, Nori's definitely pretending to be asleep to see what happens.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you wake up. No, nobody other than Shelly is awake.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily describe Shelly as awake. I'd say Shelly's more in a permanent existential dread state right now.
Shelly is just sitting in a tree, staring off into the middle distance, and is clearly not paying attention to anything that is happening around them.
That's like the opposite of a watch. Really?
Yes, it is. It is the least
Okay.
the least useful way to
Yeah.
keep watch. Yes.
Okay, cool. Just so that we're all on the same page. So I'm gonna see that, and I think I need to just take a quick scan of the area to make sure that we're not all immediately going to die or are surrounded.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Why? Okay. Wait, am I still exhausted?
No, because you took a
Okay.
long rest, so
Right.
you would have lost that 1 point.
Right.
Weird that you don't trust me, but okay.
Is it though? Is it just a quick look, just a scan? Just
You look around. Are you leaving the camp, or are you sticking in the camp and just looking?
I mean, I feel like it's probably like just glance up from the fire and at
Sure.
best make a quick perimeter check
Sure.
before I go back. It's not like a serious.
Yeah. Looking around, you see nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing. You see nobody in the surrounding area. There is still this sort of dense fog, but it's traversable.
Okay.
You think it would be difficult to track you here from the road, based on the fog and like sort of the way the ground sort of shifted as you guys walked. It'd be difficult to track.
Do I get the sense that perhaps I can tell the direction of whatever this city is, or like would Shelly be able to tell from her position up in the tree?
You think that if Shelly was paying attention, potentially,
Okay.
doesn't seem like they are. So you may have a better chance of figuring stuff out if you climbed up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to interrupt, obviously.
Sure. You'd probably want to find a taller tree anyway.
Okay, so that's the watch tree. That's not necessarily the right tree. First, fire. So I think fire is probably order number 1, so that everybody, when they get up, will have a nice fire. Are things like as I'm walking around, are things generally like burnable? Like I can pick stuff up and
Yeah.
okay. I do still have a tinderbox, so I don't know if that helps me at all on the very poor roll I'm about to make.
Make me a survival check.
Called it.
Shelly, you are sort of snapped back to reality as you hear something sort of like break below you.
Oh my god.
And you look down and you see that Thrax has somehow like took the matches out of his tinderbox and went to strike them and sort of sent the whole like tinderbox flying in different directions. And it's just scattered across the camp. And the fire, in the process of you like jumping to try and grab stuff, you knock over what little remained of the fire. And it's just going out.
You know, I'm just gonna leave it. I really like. I want to believe in my heart that maybe someday I will overcome this, but today is not the day.
The big bad of this campaign is just Thrax's ability to make a fire.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing because it doesn't exist apparently.
I'd like to go down from the tree and try and fix that mess. I think I know what I'm doing with fires. I'm
Sure.
pretty confident here.
We're gonna get
couldn't do any
TPK'd
worse.
by freezing to death.
We're just gonna die.
I am not that much better.
It's a good
as
thing.
it turns
It's a
out.
good thing that the majority of the continent is pretty desert. Yeah,
This is why I never learned how to make a fire. I never needed one until now.
yeah, absolutely.
At nighttime, deserts can get very, very cold.
That's fair.
Okay.
So I guess I didn't think that a dog could make a fire. I guess I'm not doing so hot either, though.
Shelly, you start trying to rebuild it. And you're still sort of waking up. You're not fully doing it. Sometimes your various appendages take a little while to start working in the morning. So you're like, your right hand, you're sort of building the fire, and then you go to like light it with your left hand, and it just sort of knocks over the logs, and you're like, well, that didn't help at all. But it's not great. The rest of you would slowly be awoken to the sounds of incompetent fire builders.
Billy is like, they are sitting up, just staring and like just perplexed on what is happening.
I do want to give a shout out to the chat that is slowly and systematically giving 1 point of inspiration to everybody, so that you guys start off on a strong foot.
Thank you, Rich.
Yes. The only person that doesn't currently have inspiration is Billy.
They know what they did.
Never mind. Artemis gave you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Billy's gonna go walk up and light that fire.
Absolutely.
Or at least
Make a survival check.
I've
Thrax, you said you're climbing the tree and taking a look around.
Yeah, I'd love to get up.
Make me an athletics check to climb, perception check to see. Billy, you walk over and sort of like look at it and just like move one log and it goes.
I look at Shelly and it's like, hey, thanks for helping me start that. And just sit down.
Can I make a bid for acrobatics?
If you explain to me your attempt to climb this tree using acrobatics, absolutely. Let's hear it.
I feel like as a monk, I would just
Parkour.
run up the tree. Like
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
run.
Yeah, you have claws. Absolutely.
It's just it's one of those.
Sure. Make an acrobatics check instead.
No.
Incredible. That's a nat one.
Oh no.
Would you like to burn your point of inspiration immediately
fall into the
to
fire?
climb a
Tree.
tree?
I have to. I have to. That's a 1. I can't die in the woods. That's my best skill.
Oh
Yes,
man.
I'm immediately using inspiration so that I can
Absolutely.
actually climb this tree.
You burn your inspiration to
Roll
climb
another
this
nat
tree.
Roll another nat 1.
Give it
One
again.
more
Let's
again.
see it.
I believe.
One more again.
Come on. 19. Okay.
There it
There
is.
we go.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, chat.
So you run up the side of this tree and like do a backflip, and as you like land, the branch like breaks underneath you, but you do that like cool double jump and just grab onto a different branch and pull yourself up into the tree. Go ahead and make me a perception check. Also, Gabe, the chat immediately gave you another point of inspiration.
They know. They know. Thank you.
Said, "Dang it, Thrax."
Immediately. Oh, I will try to put this to good use. Here we go. Okay.
Chat, just save your waffle points for Thrax.
Yeah.
That's
He needs
not
it.
bad.
13. Okay.
not bad.
So you look around. You can see these woods sort of stretch on for miles in every direction. You can see a mountain range in the sort of northwest direction, not horribly far from where you're at. You can also see where the trees start getting more dense and transition to jungle a ways to the north there.
So, okay, so question: where's the road in position to like where we are? Is it? To
It
the
would
south?
be it would be south of you, yeah.
Okay, so we've gone off the road, headed kind of in that northerly direction already.
Correct.
Okay, so we don't have to cross the road again to get to said city or mountain range that I see.
No, not that you know of, unless
Okay.
unless it branches off or loops back around or something.
Do I have enough? Do I have enough in my head based on the vision I have and the landscape that I see in front of me to make an educated guess about the fact that the city that I'm looking for is probably in the only mountainous region nearby, or is that still too big a stretch?
Make me a we'll call it a history check to see if you're able to identify that city with your vision. 18. You think on it. There's only really only 3 cities that are like in pretty mountainous areas. You've never been to Catechus Gardens, but from the description of it, it didn't sound like that. Dugborum is a pretty heavily fortified city. It's also more of like colleges and spires and towers and stuff like that, which would lead you to believe that the city that you were looking at is Halanior, which based on where you're at is also probably the closest city to you.
Okay, so it had a different feel about it, like militant in nature, or
not necessarily militant, just more like different than the other two. Catechus Gardens is a large city. A lot of it is underground. And Dugborum, the architecture is very like unique and recognizable as being like a lot of towers and spires and stuff like that. Whereas this is just a large mountain city, which would lead you to believe it's Halanior. You've also heard, with an 18, you've also heard stories of a location in Halanior called the Reforged Gates, which are a set of large black iron gates that lead deep into the mountain.
okay, hence the like really creepy "don't go in there" vibes that I would have remembered. Okay. Is there any chance that I can maybe extend that roll to getting down from the tree as well? Because
With the 19?
yes, because boy, I don't know, man.
Oh man.
It's not gonna go
Gabe,
well.
I want you to roll a new check so bad.
Roll.
So does everybody else.
Yeah, if
Make
it
him
had
roll.
been
Make him
a
roll.
case if it had been a case of you going up into the tree and just like getting something and coming right down and it's all one movement, absolutely. But you
Sure.
made another roll in between. Seems like it's time for a new roll.
Yes.
I'll let it stay acrobatics.
Mm.
Oh, it's basically like it's falling with style. So
Yeah.
here we,
Absolutely.
here we go. I
Roll
can
for
do
Buzz
this.
Lightyear.
I can do this. That's a 10.
That's a 10.
Hey,
It's not graceful.
Right.
But you didn't sprain an ankle and you didn't land
Okay.
on your face.
So right.
That is always my goal when getting out of a tree.
I mean, yeah. That I just followed like my claw marks all the way back down, and yeah. Now I just have to convince everybody to go wander into random mountains on a dream hunch. I'm sure I got this. It's gonna be fine. Let's let them have breakfast first.
Okay. You guys sit down for breakfast. What are you eating for breakfast?
In real
Roddy.
life,
Oh.
I have learned how to poach eggs a few days ago. Can I have Roddy poach eggs for everybody?
See, that's a great idea. What eggs?
Ration pack that I'm just.
I don't know.
eating
Do we?
next to
Can
the fire.
Can we just
Can you
have?
can you roll for eggs?
Yeah, let me roll for eggs.
Roll me a flat d20.
All right, fantastic.
Rioritos?
I got a 12.
Give me a
I
second.
think 12 is enough. I got a dozen eggs. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't think that's what that means.
Roddy has a fanny pack that has
that sounds about right.
has exactly 6 eggs in it.
Fantastic.
God.
I'm gonna poach each of us an egg. Grab a little pot out of my backpack. Find some water nearby. I guess I don't know.
Do you have cook's utensils in the in
much
your
happening.
equipment?
If I lie, can I say yes? I have.
I do
don't-
know you do have one, like, we did confirm that you have like a goblet. So I could see you like putting a goblet down into the fire and then like pouring the water into the goblet and poaching one egg at a time inside of a goblet.
And they're
Wow.
like 1,000-year-old beautiful.
Magic.
No.
magic-
This wasn't the big fancy one.
Mm.
I had
this
to
was-
give that one to Bert.
Yeah, this was probably a goblet that Roddy had been like, maybe I'll have to switch out the goblets. Like
Oh,
this is
okay.
this is his decoy
This
wallet
is my
in case shit went
decoy
down.
cup.
Yeah, Rad will wake up last.
Okay.
But it's the big bush that everybody thought suddenly appeared in the night and just kind of rolls over. It's like
Oh.
Oh, he's awake.
there you go. And he'll grab his bindle, open it up, and just start like crunching down on these little like crackers that like make this sharp, loud like snap sound, like they are stale AF.
I'm picturing Rad eating pine cones.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. It's like, does anybody else want to try them? My Gam Gam made them.
Definitely have to. I have to.
will,
I mean,
like,
sure, yeah.
I'll be
Okay,
excited to
I
try.
don't
I don't get
have a
offered food
lot,
very often.
but yeah,
I'm gonna
sure.
I'll
lean in
trade you
toward
for an
Billy
egg.
and be
I mean,
like,
I'll share one.
is he eating bones?
Imagine hardtack, but like 3 times denser.
Harder.
Can I break
and
it? Like,
I'm making the canonical decision that your Gam Gam always makes her crackers in the shape of pine cones. It takes hours and hours of like baking individual little like pine cone things and fastening them
It's
together.
really just a mold that she has, but
No,
yeah.
no.
No.
Gam Gam takes the
No,
takes the
none of
extra
that.
time
Okay, yeah, that
to
makes sense.
do hundreds of individual pine cone pieces, only for them to be destroyed in one bite.
I love it. Is it possible to break it? I would probably break one in half and hand the other half to Nori. thinking
I mean-
maybe like I would just hold it out, thinking
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Just testing.
like it's not like a crunch and then hand it. It's like
Oh yeah.
Do you ever
there's some effort in there.
do you ever have a Nature Valley granola bar
Oh yeah.
and you break it apart and a
Definitely
million pieces just spawn in every direction?
Yeah.
You're
So
like,
I really,
how,
I'm just
how is it possible that this many crumbs are on the floor?
It's really
launch
hard
shards
granola.
of like oats into
Yeah.
Nori's face.
This episode brought to you by Nature Valley granola bars.
on brand.
Yeah.
On brand. Yeah.
Hey,
I-
Nature
so-
Valley, if you want to sponsor us, hit us up.
So it's more of an assemblage of pieces of
Mhm.
this thing that I kind of hold out, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gonna reach out and grab it.
It's just loose granola now.
Yeah.
It is.
It just like falls through his fingers.
I don't
Thank
have
you.
any yogurt. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
I have rations. It's fine.
It's not the same without it. But that's... I'm just
Okay.
gonna shove the rest in my mouth and
I
pray, I guess.
I'd like to sidle up to Roddy and point at the egg.
I got the little vortex going.
Roddy, what is that?
The eggs?
The what?
Eggs.
Where do they come from?
Chicken.
A what?
A chicken? Chickens exist, right? Chickens are real in this universe.
I love that we have to clarify.
You don't wanna...
Wait,
Let's
Is it
find
really a
out.
mental
Give,
thing?
What
give
kind
me
of
a
eggs
second.
am I eating, Hunter?
Give me a
What
second.
kind of eggs are these?
Oh my goodness.
roll for chicken.
Let's see. These eggs would be eggs that you had in your bag from when you were originally captured. These are old eggs, by the way, because they've been in your bag since you were since you were picked up in Dugborum, which is a while ago.
There's no way that like okay.
I would say that like the Dugborum probably has chickens. That would make sense.
Ooh. I describe what a chicken is to Shelly. It's like sort of like you've seen birds?
Sure have. Sure have.
One with really shitty wings. They can't fly. They got skinny legs. They're sort of like that shaped.
Shelly, make a nature check.
Yeah, I'd like to actually draw what he's describing. As he
Like a police
describes-
sketch.
Yeah, make a
in
make
my
a,
in Shelly's journal, she's
Make a-
gonna
make a
draw
nature check.
chicken.
a 19. You've got a fairly good idea of what this chicken must be.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see about that.
He's talking about birds that can't fly. You've heard of ostriches. They're probably similar.
It's like a really small
Wait.
ostrich.
Shelly has heard of ostriches, but not chickens.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I saw an ostrich.
Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah. You kidding?
Um, so these birds lay these eggs, and then you can cook them, and then you can eat them, and they're delicious. Hashtag Roddy loves eggs.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm making the canon decision that the port of Wobbegong, where Shelly is from, has ostrich racing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited to do that.
To be fair, though, Shelly does not have any memories of Wobbegong.
No, there's just a memory, a vague memory,
A vague
of an
memory
ostrich.
of an ostrich.
You've ever met an ostrich, it sticks with you.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys eat up, you pack up your stuff, and sort of look around about which way are you supposed to head out. Just sort of in the woods here.
So what's the plan, Thrax? You got us this far.
So I had a dream. I'm
Another
just-
dream.
I'm
Are we gonna
putting-
get captured again?
No.
No.
Well, maybe, but listen. The first thing is,
I can't
This is-
promise anything.
there are no promises made, but the first thing is where we are now is
Mm.
not where we should be. There is a group of people that are going down into what looks like a cave with really big, heavy, black iron doors. And we have to get there and stop them before they do. And I know that this is a small detour on your way home because, boy, do you ever live far away from here. I really am sorry about that. But I think this is probably one of the last things that we have to do before we get headed south again. This just happens to be in like a northerly, northwesterly direction. So that's what I think we should do. But I mean, you're the leader, so.
Oh,
get to
I'm the
decide.
leader.
I mean,
That
right?
sounds like a bad idea.
That
Sounds
tracks.
like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. Of course, I'm the leader.
We've all heard
Yeah.
of the blind leading the blind.
that's 100%. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me. I feel like you've gotten us this far. If it were not for you, we probably would still be on that cart getting captured again. Although I will say it was very, very comfortable. The
That's true.
accommodations were very nice. I didn't even have to hold my own stuff. They carried it for me.
Oh, yeah. When you put it
Cool.
that way, it was luxurious.
Yeah, right? I feel like we just signed a form and that was it. I didn't pay for it. Did you? Did you pay for that?
Sure
mean-
was drier than my cave.
Yeah.
See?
You don't usually pay for when you are captured and chained up. I mean, you
They-
could, but that doesn't.
Security measures
I'm
They
sure
put
I've
me
heard
to
of
keep
that.
us safe in case we crashed.
Like I was like really chained up. It was not cool.
What did
Yeah.
you do to get that chained up?
I so you saw things about like a place?
Brad, I
Did you,
think we
like,
were trying to
hear-
have a conversation about.
No, no, it's okay. I get it.
Here-
I get it.
Hear it from yeah. Yeah, no. So did you hear that from like a guard or something?
Right, so this is tough to explain, but
Thrax has weird dreams.
well, that was it really. I mean,
Well,
I guess it wasn't too hard to
it
explain.
really wasn't that hard. Now that you've said that,
Seems pretty
Um,
simple.
And these dreams come true?
most often, in fact, by percentage, it's 100% of the time.
Have you ever had a dream where you're just and then and it's before, but then you think it's now?
Right, so no, that's not a nope.
like a memory?
It sounds really nice though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's just remembering.
Mm.
When you're sleeping. That's pretty normal. People do that.
Having like a
It's
dream about like a
normal.
past situation?
This is kind
Yeah.
of like that, but it hasn't happened yet.
Like what's behind the door though? Like why like is there like gold and like good stuff behind it?
What do you want to
Treasure?
be behind the door?
Treasure.
Because I like to think that it's a mystery that we could explore together,
I do like a mystery.
right?
Well, so here's the thing. I'm not going to make it through the woods by myself. I'm beginning to think that I wasn't put on that cart for what happened at Lovagal. And I'm just going to see how this plays out.
What
Let's go
happened at
see.
Lovagal exactly?
There was a transaction. The purchaser was not happy with the fine steed he ended up with, and I feel like that's on him. Can't look a
Insight
gift
check.
horse in the mouth.
Yeah, I don't even mean to make this. I'm perfectly content with that explanation.
I feel like Roddy's standing behind, like a little bit behind Thrax, listening to this, just
Uh-huh.
silently giggling because Roddy knows that's fucking bullshit, bro. I've been on the receiving end on one of those transactions before.
That is not what happened. Yeah. I think I would just kind of point at Nori and say, "Well, I made a commitment to our leader, my leader, I guess. I don't know if everyone else is on board, but I made a commitment, and I have to make sure that Nori gets home safely. It's really far away, and in totally the wrong direction. So north it is, I guess.
I like that Thrax is still holding to that.
Oh, yeah.
Nori definitely lives
In the sunken city.
in the sunken
No.
city. Yeah,
No question.
yeah,
That's
for sure.
100% true.
Not at
Yeah.
all racist.
Yeah,
Um,
not even a little bit.
oh, this fish person, they probably live in the city that's underwater.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Where is Nori from?
None of your
The
business.
sunken city.
Somebody has to ask.
He's-
Well,
He's seen an aquarium before, and he's seen the little castle thing that goes in there. It's like,
my
oh yeah,
God.
makes sense.
where Nori
Yeah.
lives.
Right. Well, is
Nori
there
is
like
not a sea monkey.
Is there like is there a town or is there like a village or like a camp by this door that we can like get? Because like all we have right now is what's on our person. So
Yeah, and Roddy's out
going-
of eggs.
yeah, we, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get some more eggs. We gotta find a chicken, bro.
So
We-
I mean,
okay.
if there's like civilization,
I'm calling
there,
it
then
right
it's-
now. Roddy will end up buying a pet chicken at some point in this campaign for access to fresh eggs.
Just carrying it
Get
around
one
in
of
a
those cute
cage.
little chicken harnesses. Take it for
Oh
walks.
my-
Yeah.
like a baby
It's like-
Bjorn, but a
Like
chicken
a
Bjorn.
like a fancy person with their tiny little dog in a purse, but it's just a full grown chicken.
I love it.
Can I
That's
just
so
like get a
cute.
side compartment to my backpack with a chicken in it, like it's one of those little sidecars?
That's not weird at all. Yeah. Um,
I'll allow it.
I'm imagining
think
it like, hey.
So good.
there
But-
there is a city, and the reason I believe that this city is in the direction that we're headed is because there's only a few cities that look the way this city looks, and most of them are very far away. So really, if it's not the right city, we've just eliminated one of very few possibilities. And then we only have to look at two more.
Would I
Thrax-
be able to do a history check to try to figure out what city Thrax is talking about?
Sure, make a history check.
Yeah,
I'll
same,
I'll
same
give
for
I'll
Rad.
give you
He's-
advantage, Roddy, since you're an archaeologist.
Sweet.
Rad, I will also give you an advantage because of other things.
Right.
Okay,
Wow.
real talk though. Am I going to crash alchemy again if I close the browser?
No, you can try it.
Oh god, okay.
You should be fine.
I got a 24 history.
24. Rad got a 9 with advantage. Rad, you hear the description of the city, you're like, oh, it sounds like a nice place. I'd love to visit sometime. Roddy, you hear him describing this, and you're like, oh, you do know of Halanyor. One of the reasons being, there is a massive series of catacombs beneath the city, and it is ripe for the plundering, is what you've
Ooh.
heard.
Oh.
From what you've heard, Roddy, the city of Halanyor sits atop a giant crisscrossings of old catacombs and dungeons and stuff like that, from like a long time ago. The city of Halanyor itself was actually founded there partially because of all of this stuff that was sort of through the mountain, and people were like looking into it and stuff. Because you got a 24, because you rolled so well, you also know that like there's a lot of rumors of like monsters that come out of Halanyor.
Ooh.
And these one of the major reasons that Halanyor is there and is as fortified as it is as these monsters sort of come up out of the Undercity is what they call it. As they sort of come up from the Undercity, there's a whole group of like warriors and stuff in Halanyor that are specifically devoted to defending against these creatures and preventing them from getting past Halanyor and out into the general populace.
Cool.
That's very cool. I like all of that. Roddy's I guess his ears are gonna like perk up a little bit at your description, and Roddy's excited to go. He's on board going to Halanyor.
Ellie is
Telling us
finally.
that's what it's called.
If Roddy says Halanyor, Rad, make me just a flat intelligence check. 12. When he says Halanyor, you recognize it. You're like, oh, it all sounded so familiar. You just couldn't place it. But you do recognize the name.
Oh, you've also heard of Halanyor?
I've been there.
Can you get us in?
Maybe.
I mean, maybe you know people who can help us, right, Rad?
I know people.
Mhm.
Help is a weird word, though.
Do you not like them? Are they bad people?
Maybe.
Are you from behind that door?
What door?
Inside check.
I can do it too.
Make an insight check, Thrax.
Would like to say Shelly has finished her drawing of a chicken.
50.
I love it.
Excellent.
Post it in the chat, Mel.
Put it in
I
the
know.
Discord.
You-
Oh,
That's
good.
exactly it.
Where does egg come from?
Where egg from?
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that actually is a really important point. How do we get Shelly inside the city?
What do you mean?
What? Listen, Nori, I know we've had this conversation before, but you know what? Never mind. Actually, I think it's gonna be fine. You're right. It seems like a really accepting place. I saw. Get this. One of the people that was going into that door looked a little bit like an elephant. I've never seen that before. I've heard a lot about it. So, I mean, if he can go in the door, if Rad's from the door.
I'm not from the door, man. It's
I have a disguise. I can help make a disguise for Shelly.
Yeah, maybe just
Got
like
a
one
kit
whole
in my
color.
bag.
One.
Well, I mean, you put on a cloak with a hood up. It's pretty.
Yeah, I
easy
mean,
to-
I'm
like,
sure somebody
they
has a
look
scarf.
they look normal enough.
Okay.
Normal enough.
I put back my Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh man! No! Missed opportunity.
I don't know if it's a good idea for me to go into a city or travel with you nice people anywhere.
You can't stay here alone.
Yeah, we definitely need to get out. We all need to leave these woods and get to relative safety. Because eventually whoever was the gnolls and the guards are gonna come, and I mean, if we stay here too long, they'll find us. So
Why were they after all of you? Nori and I were just trying to get south, and I think there was a miscommunication.
I
Yeah,
tried stealing a cup.
Right.
Miscommunication. That was it.
Right.
yeah, miscommunication definitely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Granted. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, what
Rat
they
was
said.
in a really bloody, terrible battle,
No.
and I
no,
was there too.
No, man. That's what we call miscommunication.
Mhm.
Okay.
He
Is that what it is?
miscommunicated their
Communication.
heads from their body.
If we
I'm
get
glad
into
you guys
trouble,
made
do
it
you
out of
think you
that
could do
battle
that
okay.
again?
No, no, you don't. No, you don't want to meet him. But yeah, I might be able to get you in. Man, there's such a drag though.
Billy looks
I
at
know
Drax
some
and
people in Helenior,
smells him.
and maybe they, still like me. I don't know. I kind of ghosted on them,
Yeah.
but they might get us in. I don't know.
I mean, should we take a vote? We could just stay in the woods.
I don't. We shouldn't stay in the woods.
I don't want to stay in
Look
the
at those
woods.
leadership qualities being exhibited right now. That's a
Oh.
clear
Okay.
directive to me, and I think we should all follow Nori's lead.
We can go to this town and see if there's anything interesting. If there isn't, we can leave. But at least we can go get supplies, right?
Yeah.
Roddy needs eggs
I do need eggs.
because the first ones were gross.
No, they're gone. They weren't gross.
right.
We just need to get more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time you have a poached egg, it's a little weird, but it grows on you.
Well, and here's the thing. I said that they were old eggs. Eggs, when if eggs are not refrigerated, they don't need to be refrigerated. The United States is the only country in the world that as the default refrigerates
And
eggs.
Canada.
And also Canada, but Canada's,
Also
barely, Canada's just North America.
Canada doesn't exist, guys.
Canada's
See if I bring you fucking
Canada-
tidbits now, bitches.
Canada, much like birds, don't exist and was invented by the government. That is a joke. I don't believe that.
Hey,
Very
birds, right?
confusing.
Birds are a joke. You don't believe in them.
We
Yeah,
need
I
to
don't
start a-
believe in birds.
We need to start a Canada slander sub channel in the Discord.
Oh my god.
How about no? How about we don't do that thing?
Just bully Emily.
Okay. So are you guys heading out?
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't
Billy
really
raised,
bring a whole lot.
yeah, Billy raised their hand. They're gonna go.
Okay.
Roddy would also like to go.
Hey,
What are we
majority.
doing?
Yep. Okay, there we go.
There we go. We're going.
Yep.
Majority. Yeah, majority.
I mean, I
votes.
guess-
You know, Red. Don't worry. I also
As
have.
if everybody else is going.
I have my disguise pack. If you need, I know what it's like. When you don't want to see old friends and whatever family, whatever. I'll help you out. So don't worry.
You say that the 7.5 foot tall, walking moss pile.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay. Okay, thanks. I guess
You guys are my only friends.
I could try some foundation.
Oh,
my
Shelly.
I think
Well,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
happy
leave.
to be your friend, Shelly.
Oh my
It's an honor and a privilege.
I think I would just lean over to Shelly and say, okay, so Nori has decided that Rad is going to get us into the city. And we're going to sell Billy. Pretty sure that's I'm pretty sure that's what we just said.
Rewind.
That's a good thing to do.
Right.
That's not what I said.
There's some questionable things happening, but by the time we get there, we'll have it all sorted out. That's just what I heard. I'm still putting it all together. There's a lot of moving pieces.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, Rad, the people Rad knows are mad at Rad and won't let him in. Would I know some people in Halanyor from
Make a
Academia check.
or
roll
even
me
if I
a
social
don't know
networking
anybody,
check.
would I
Roll
have
me-
the credentials to get us in?
You would potentially have credentials. Roll me just a flat D20 for me.
Sure thing. 1d20 coming right up. It's a 19.
A 19. Here's the thing, Roddy. You you know one person that has that has ran in circles in Halanyor before.
Oh, no fucking
That-
way.
That person is Bert Poole.
Oh, no.
You know that Bert
I'm
has
gonna kill that son of a bitch.
has worked some security, some bodyguard jobs. in Halanyor. He hasn't been there in a while, but like
Is there any reason to
used to.
believe that he should be that he went there? Do I have any reason to believe that his buyer was in Halanyor? That he betrayed me for?
You have
Mm.
make me a intelligence check.
Make me a murderous rage check.
That's a 17.
17. If you had to guess, there's only a handful. Like you had a decent offer for that cup. There's only a handful of places where there would be somebody of enough wealth and power to make a higher bid than that. It had to be from the gardens.
Okay.
It had to be from Catagus. That's the only place you can think of that would give an offer higher than what you were already looking to turn in.
Sweet.
It should also be known, Daniel, that the chat has also said how much they hate Burtpool.
Yeah. Thanks,
love
chat.
it.
I appreciate you guys because we're gonna kill him hard. We're gonna kill him
Burtpool.
dead. We're gonna put him in
I
the
love
fucking
your-
ground.
Question.
Just imagine your character, this goat person, just so full of rage, this mountain goat. It's great.
And none of it shows on his face at all.
None
It's
of
just-
it.
His hoof like twitches
Yeah.
a little, you know.
was the original buyer of the cup potentially in Halanyor?
That's a good question. Roddy, where do you anticipate your original buyer would have been from? I assume it was I don't feel like Roddy probably would have gone super far for a buyer, which to me means that it's either in like Dugborim, Jokotogo, or the port of Wobegon.
I
As
don't
like
think I would've
those
gone-
three being relatively easy.
I don't think Roddy would have traveled all the way across the mountain range just for a
Yeah.
cup. I don't think I was even that interested in selling the cup hardcore. I was like
Mhm.
on the fence about just like making money
Roddy-
or putting it in.
Roddy does things just for the fun of it. So honestly, if we're looking at it, Roddy probably received funding up front to like fund the mission to get the cup. And then Roddy acquires the cup for free. He just wants to be able to take the things.
Yeah.
So once you had it, then that's where you got into trouble.
Sweet. So I think we'll be able to make it into Halanyor pretty easily. I don't think it should be too big of a deal.
All right, let's go.
Off we go.
Okay. So you guys head towards Halanyor. Who is leading the way?
Obviously me.
I mean, yeah. I thought we figured this out already.
I feel like
Rad,
anybody
rad.
else who tries to lead, like Thrax just pushes Nori to the front.
Yeah, show us the way. Show us.
Rad. You know, you've been around here. It sounds like you've been here before. I mean, or Roddy.
Delegated, good call.
Whatever, man. This
Leadership
way.
qualities.
Okay.
Okay. So you're leading the way, Rad?
Yeah.
Make me a survival
Yeah.
check.
Uh, oh my gosh. There we go.
Oh,
Nat
goddamn.
20. There you go.
Oh,
Red
yeah.
does know
You know
this
exactly where we are.
Red
Yeah.
knows everything
Correctly.
about grass,
Rad,
everything about trees.
Rad had to think about like where this place was, but once he thinks of it, he knows exactly where he needs to go. You start heading in that way. It takes you guys a few days of traveling on the way there. Over the course of those days, you make camp a couple of times. Nothing of note during your watches. At one point, a couple of wolves got sort of close to your camp, but pretty easy to scare them off. They're not gonna pick a fight with all of you. days pass pretty uneventfully, and by the end of the third day, in the distance, you can see the city of Helanior up on the mountain peak. You guys arrive in the city. The city of Helanior is a massive city. Giant stone walls go all the way around it. It's sort of up on the top of one mountain peak with a much larger mountain behind it that some of the city is built in and onto as well. Similar to like oh man, I'm blanking on the name now. Minas Tirith in Lord of the Rings, where it sort of like comes out from one point with like a large back to it. Sort of like that, but it's out into the like out across the top of this sort of mountain plateau. You guys arrive at the main gates, walk in. Nobody stops you. They're not gonna prevent you from entering the city. A couple of guards may give you weird looks as you enter, but nobody stops you.
See,
Welcome.
I did it.
Yep. I just pat Brad on the arm and say thank you. Well done.
Welcome, man.
Thrax, you see one of the guards sort of like eyes you suspiciously specifically as you walk in, sort of like adjusts his stance on his pole arm, but as you're sort of like lumbering in with the rest of them and like not doing anything that's intentionally threatening, they sort of just keep an eye on you as you walk by, but they're not going to stop you guys. So where are you headed?
So, Thrax, whereabouts in the city is this door?
So the Reforged Gate is at the very back of the city. It's the entrance into that larger mountain at the back of the city.
We should ask. I'm gonna go back to that guard.
No.
and
Okay.
No.
Ask him where the gate is.
I like. Oh, hey, how tall is Thrax?
How tall is Thrax?
7 feet tall.
Yeah, Billy
tall.
Billy just grabs onto your tail.
Yeah, and I'm just being pulled. I like look behind me. Nori. As we're going
Roddy-
forward.
I'll like come up and grab Thrax's elbow. Be like,
No?
yeah, you heard Billy. It's a bad idea.
Right. I mean, okay. Do you know where the gate is?
No,
Um,
but I'm sure we'll find it.
Does Billy know anybody in town from the
I wanna
seedier
make-
side, or the other side of the tracks, as it were?
Make either a perception or a investigation check. It depends on if you're trying to be more in like hands-on or just sort of looking around passively.
I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay. Investigation. You start looking around, sort of asking some questions, getting trying to find anybody that would be in your circle.
Yeah.
We went to a dive
You-
bar.
Yeah,
You
the
start
diviest.
asking these questions. Are you like off on your own doing this, or are you sticking with the group and sort of doing it as you're walking down the street?
I'm gonna say like we walked down the street and then like I noticed kind of like a seedier joint, and then I mentioned that's where I'm going, and then if they want to come with me, but I don't know if I'm gonna pull anybody. Are we gonna stay together as a group, or
I mean, if you know where to go.
I mean, we're definitely not talking to the guard. That
Okay.
enough guards. We're good. How about we
Sure.
try
No
some of the
They're
locals?
so knowledgeable, though. I mean, they live
Nope.
here.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah.
But remember who put us in that caravan?
Are those the same guys?
I mean,
They
they're
got
very
here fast.
similar.
You never
They-
know.
Yeah, they all kind of know each other.
all guards are the same.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
want to get a room at a tavern for the night, put our stuff there.
Maybe we should ask them how they got here so fast.
I don't think we need to do that.
I love Thrax so much.
But yeah, so I'm gonna head into the establishment.
Okay. You walk in, sort of take a quick look around. What are you looking for specifically?
So is it like a bar that we're in?
You're looking for like a tavern, right?
Yeah, just kind of like where people like the locals kind of congregate.
Sure.
What does this place look like exactly?
The tavern?
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Roughly.
Noel, what does this tavern look like?
It's gonna be a kind of like towards like the outside of the like we're kind of like
Near
like
the
along
wall?
the
Okay.
wall. So it's gonna be the stone, but the roof is just kind of thatched. It's probably like 2-story high, a couple rooms upstairs probably, but like just very kind of dingy inside with a
Sure.
hearth in the back. And
What's-
just kind of the
what's it
bar in
called?
the center. It's called the Falling Stones.
Falling stones.
Okay.
I'm looking for like kind of the anybody who looks like they're like the common like worker type person who's like there for like a drink or just someone who looks like they live in town.
Sure. You sort of start looking around. There's exclusively people that look like they live here.
Okay.
And pretty much everybody. This is a hole in the wall. Towards the darker side of town. There's quite a few people in here. They all look a little sketchy. You start looking around, asking around who should you talk to. They will refer you to a private room off the back. Rad. Make me a perception check.
Nice.
Oh no. Bert Pool's here.
Rad might need to miscommunicate here in a minute.
Bert's here. We're starting a bar fight.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
One with casualties. Specifically one Bert Pool.
Rad, you look around. You have been to the Falling Stones before. Specifically, you know whose office you're being pointed towards.
So, I guess better get it over with and move on or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, Billy. The guy we're looking for, his name is Father Gum, and he kind of runs the businesses around here. And I used to do, some stuff for him.
Is he your dad?
Nope. Nope.
Okay.
Whose dad is
Be
he
real
then?
weird. But he likes to play the dad.
Billy kind of walks up closer to Rad's like do you like just like staring straight up at
You just stare straight up at everyone in the party.
I'm gonna grab a chair and or like a bench and stand up a little bit closer, just be like quieter so other people can't hear. It's just like do you trust him?
Oh, oh man, no way, dude.
But
but really, no.
Okay. Do they know their stuff about the town?
Oh yeah. But I mean, probably I kind of just disappeared. I don't know if he'll be mad or just be like, "Oh, where you been?" I really don't know. But I mean, he's definitely not just gonna help.
Yeah. Well,
You said you're not from here originally, Rad. How'd you meet
No.
Father? What's it, Grum?
Gum.
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 How'd you
Like,
meet Father Gum?
Well, he likes to help people on the street if they help him in
Okay.
turn.
He sounds really
Why?
nice. Let's go talk to him.
Yeah, no, nice is not the right word, not the word I'd use.
I feel like
but-
Thrax has already walked into the door.
Yeah, I'm already there. I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
going.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Shaking his hand.
there we go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So Thrax, you go to that door that was pointed out. You're just pushing the door open.
I mean, I would knock,
Okay.
right? That's
I-
polite.
Yeah. You knock. You hear a voice from inside go, "Come in."
I'm okay. Is,
And,
is it unlocked? Can I just go in?
Yeah,
I'm in.
you open the
here we
door.
go. Yeah.
Billy chases
Inside-
afterwards.
Yeah. Inside you see a small desk. It looks like a closet that has had a desk sort of shoved in here. If you've ever watched The Office, when Ryan gets put into a closet as his office, that's this room. Except he somehow has turned the desk so it's facing the door, but there's no room on either side of the desk. So that in order
Go
to where
over
he's
there.
at, he either is climbing over or going under his desk to get to his
Amazing.
chair.
Yeah.
Sitting behind the desk is what can only be described as well, Rad, why don't you describe what they see?
Dwarven DeVito.
Yeah, it's Danny DeVito,
Yeah.
but with a big, thick dwarven beard, just like and I don't know if this is how you picture him. I picture him as like Danny DeVito as the Penguin, from
Oh.
Batman, but then with a thick dwarven beard and like his like a more rounded nose.
It's like if Danny DeVito from Hercules, the animated satyr one,
Sure.
were
Yes,
crossed
Phil,
with the penguin.
Phil, absolutely.
But then we're also a dwarf.
There's
Absolutely.
a lot happening there. Okay.
Um,
Need to know
Yeah.
things.
It is. It's gonna need some art.
It's very good. So you say like you knock on the door, you hear, "Come in." The door opens, you see this man. He's also wearing like cleric's robes and has a little like a circlet on his head and like a holy symbol hanging around his neck. He's got his like arms folded inside of his robes in front of
Oh.
him.
Is there anything on the
and-
desk?
Yeah, there's some books and scrolls and some bags and stuff. You walk in. Rad, are you getting to the point where you
I'm-
can be seen?
I'm hanging back, like
Okay.
if everybody else is moving that way, I'll be like the last one to just sort of like lean down in the doorway and just be like, "Hey, Papa G."
So everybody else sort of like pushes their way into this room. He's like, come in, have a seat. Please, I'm happy to do business. And then Rad sort of pushes in and says, "Hey, Papa G." And you see his entire demeanor changes. And he just looks at you and he goes, "Rad, you bastard! What are you doing back in here?"
Ow. That was fast.
Sorry.
You lost me a lot of money the last time you left.
I know, man.
This your new crew?
Yes.
So you're looking to recoup those losses then, is what I'm hearing. That's the only reason I can think of that you would show that stupid furry face back in my office.
I mean, calm down. Calm down. I'm sure we can help Rad with whatever trouble he's in with you. If you would explain exactly what happened?
He owes me a king's ransom. Disappeared without a trace. You know how much money I put into training you? And you just disappear on me?
Just one king, though? We can get that.
Shelly's gonna pull out from her pockets a single piece of silver and put it on the table.
Aw.
He looks at it and then looks back at Rad and goes, this a joke?
Oh.
Are
they're
you
just-
joking with me right now?
No, they're just weird.
Can I
Well,
just shake his beard?
similar company then. You shake his beard. Make me a strength check.
Oh no!
Oh, this is gonna go very poorly.
Rips his beard off.
Only an 8.
8. You pull on it, and like you feel part of it sort of tears off, and you like raise your eyebrows in horror as you see part of his beard just unsticks from the side of his face. He pushes it back on, and he goes, "You get out of here! You get out of here right now! I want nothing to do with any of you."
Pardon me, sir. Sir, I think there's been a little bit of a misunderstanding here with my fellow patriots here. We are. I was told that you could help us with. I feel like we could have a mutually beneficial arrangement here. I know our friend Rad here has, caused you some trouble. Then it, I'm sure he's feeling mighty sorry about that right now. But how about let's see if we can come to an understanding a little bit. And I'm gonna push Thrax back.
Oh yeah.
Back the door, like away from the
I'll just squeeze the door frame. Yep.
yeah, past Shelly and
I'm taking back my silver.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
found this last month. I thought I was rich.
that's a good one. It is. It's got to be it's something. That's at least one wish. Yeah. At least.
So
Somebody's
the
not
rest
mine.
the rest of you are pushing out of the room. Billy, you're staying behind.
Well, I'm definitely making sure Thrax is out of the room.
Sure.
I'll stay with Billy. I'll stay.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
the rest, like Roddy and
Billy and
Shelly
Nori.
yeah, they can
Yeah,
all.
I'll head out with everybody.
Okay.
Wait, is Rad staying?
Rad's pretty big. He's like
Yeah.
closet size, right? Like I don't.
I'm giving you an out, Rad, if you wanna.
Well, I'll go get all of us a drink and some food if we want.
Get us a room.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this place is good enough for Nori to stay. I just want. Listen, I don't have high standards, but he does, and I think it's important that we all keep that in mind.
Nori's so bougie.
Awestruck by Nori's like beauty.
Nori, are you okay with staying here, or would you like us to find another place to get a room?
No, we can stay here.
All right, for
Okay,
sure.
I know you can't see, but it's not a fun place.
Drax is okay. I've slept in worse. This is fine.
I mean, okay.
There's a roof here.
Oh wow. Okay.
The standards are so much lower than you could have ever anticipated.
Really.
So
Like, you
Thrax,
don't even need walls, just the roof.
Well,
Thrax,
you're a
Rad,
leader now. We
Shelly,
gotta work on
Roddy.
this.
You guys step out. Billy and Nori, you guys are still in the room. He just sort of looks at you angrily. He goes, "I'm telling you, if you're working with that one, I want nothing to do with it."
Well, how about this? Just I came here. I'm just looking for some information about a door in town. Just just a little bit of information. And I'll take Rad. We'll be out of your hair.
Make a persuasion check.
I definitely made that harder.
DC did go up. Yes.
I'm sorry.
By
Okay.
ripping off his beard.
I didn't think that would
I'm gonna use
happen.
my inspiration.
Inspiration. I was
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an inspiration moment.
Oh no!
we should have let me roll.
Yeah, I know, 100%.
Well,
He
God.
Always when it
he-
matters.
He just pulls a dagger out from under the desk and sort of stabs it in, and he goes, "You get out of here right now."
All right, Billy. I think we've done all we can.
Just
Let's
grabbing
get
him
outta
by
here.
the shoulder.
Yeah, like let's
Moving-
go.
moving out.
As like I get pulled, Billy gets pulled out, they're definitely gonna say loudly, "You can't charge your employees for training."
Just keep pushing you out faster. She's not wrong. And close the door.
Okay, as you rejoin the rest of your group who's trying to book a room, that is
Guys,
where
we
we're
gotta
gonna
get outta
take our
here.
break here. So we're gonna go to a quick break. We're gonna show a couple of videos. We've got the Kickstarter video for 1985's new dice Kickstarter, which is very cool. If you haven't checked it out, we've got the video there. We've also got a link that we'll put in the chat for you, so you can find it. We've also got a video about Alchemy RPG's module that they released called Legends of Athera. So cool. We're very excited. Yeah. We also have a bunch of memes that we will be showing you
So excited.
that have been submitted in our Discord from all sorts of people. There are some incredible ones. If you want to be able to see those, make sure that you join our Discord so that you can see those memes as they are seen. But yeah, let's go to break. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
In every shadow, riddles in the ancient bastions of the very fabric of Fano. This city has long slept dormant, suspended in a heavy mist. You can hear the whispers for an awakening. The Druid is the answer. I believe he will rebirth the spirit of Fano. The technology of long ago will reanimate in staggering splendor. But he is lost. And so you must find someone to help you carry out the mission of recovering him. Someone brave. For they must endure the violent waters of the lake, where even the slightest misstep will lead them to a watery dissolution. They must forge through moss and rock, casting their flickering lanterns into the darkened corners of the land. I'm afraid the path will not be without treachery for them. They will come face to face with pure dread. Oh, but they will return. And
Chair's stuck.
Okay.
Shelly is a
guys-
sweet innocent baby.
You guys should be able to hear us
I love
now.
her.
Yeah, Shelly, sweet innocent baby. Oh, I love this so much. The memes are what makes it all worth it. It's so good. Um,
I mean, it's genius, honestly.
Oh man. Yeah, just stick them in there.
With the power of
Thrax is very fast.
The zoomies. That's what happens when you take question mark drugs.
Thrax, planning to save the party, plans to get on the horse and help the party escape, rolls a nat 1 on animal handling, rolls a nat 1 on animal handling.
I mean, this is my crowning glory. I do need to formally apologize to Alchemy RPGs, but you know what?
Yeah, Emily, it's still shocking to me how much you were able to mess up that initiative tracker.
Hey, I am an agent of chaos, okay?
You know, that implies that Rad really thought about it. That one's so good.
So good.
I made that one.
Okay, now Hunter. Oh, this one.
I'll give my players fun extra powers that support my work building. Oh, the powers to the hit dice, they don't usually use them.
You're relaxed.
Whoopsie.
Okay.
That one's not even technically from our stream.
No,
that
this
one's
is
from a
from
game.
a separate game.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, the nori virus.
Oh man.
Oh.
Leonard is perfect.
Leonard was a powerful addition to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor Nori.
I just remembered, Paul, you said that nobody can see me, so they can't see me eating my string cheese.
Oh man.
Is that
I love the fact that last GIF was both a Paul Blart joke and
You're
a
not dying.
horse kicking you joke.
Why is the monk not fighting?
So good.
So good.
Okay.
I love it.
How long do we have before we're back? Fair point.
This
You
one,
gotta have a good
this
sense
one
of
might
humor.
be my favorite.
This one is very good.
Yes.
They're so good. They're all incredible. Oh my goodness. So good. Oh my goodness. Oh. Okay. And we're back. How's everybody's break? Do y'all grab bathroom, drink, string cheese if you're
I
Elliot?
locked myself in my room.
Did the handle trick not work?
I haven't tried yet.
Okay.
I've been comfortably sitting in my chair. For
Daniel,
now.
were you are you locking yourself in or others out?
I mean, the door won't open, so I guess both.
It's true. Works two ways. Okay. So, we are back. You guys are leaving the Falling Stones. Did you decide not to try and get a room there?
I think we burned our bridges with the guy who has probably the only office in that tavern.
That's very fair.
I'd really rather not stay
yeah.
there if it's.
I don't want to get
open.
stabbed in the middle of the night.
You just see Nori like pushing Billy out the door. Thrax, we're leaving.
Yeah.
Right. We should definitely find a better place. I agree.
This place is such a dump. We need to leave. I'm so sorry.
Naturally, I knew. See, it just took a minute for you to really settle into your role, and now here we are. It's great. I think it's gonna be. We'll find you something better. Don't worry.
So you guys head back out into Halanior. What are you doing?
Do we want to get a room in this place, or do we want to try to find a room in another place where we didn't make the guy very upset and angry?
Yeah. Preferably on the other side of like this.
I mean, do we really need a room? I feel like we just need to find this door, right?
Yeah, would Rad know anything about this door? Like,
Absolutely.
okay,
No,
like
no
it's-
roll, no roll needed.
It's,
If
it's
you
a
had-
pretty prominent feature.
if
in
you
the
had,
city, right?
if you head towards the giant mountain in the back of the city, that's where it's at.
Like above the table for a minute. I kind of wish you would ask that question like 10 minutes ago.
Above the table. I told you it was directly at the back of the city
That's true.
half an hour ago.
But that's my fun though.
Above the table.
I mean, if we're just here for the door. It's just like middle of the city, man. You just keep walking.
I mean,
All right. Let's go check out this door.
so we
You
should
want-
ask
do
a
you wanna
guard.
see the door?
No.
There's a
I'm gonna
big
grab
door.
Thrax's hand and I'm gonna walk towards what I think is the center of the city.
Right.
Yeah,
You
let's
start
go that way.
you start heading that way.
I would be
You-
hard scanning for the individual that I saw in my vision. By the way, this whole time.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, Thrax.
That will naturally go well.
I'd like to ask.
Oh jeez.
That is a nat one.
Banner.
Incredible.
Nice.
Why does he keep rolling so many nat ones?
You have advantage. You have inspiration.
You do
Oh,
if you
okay.
if you want to use it.
I think my rule is now if I roll a nat one, I have to use inspiration that the chat has provided, just in honor of their
I don't think
sacrifice.
I don't think it's possible for the chat to give you that many points of
I don't
inspiration.
think so either. It's 2 in one
Challenge
episode.
accepted.
Oh. Okay, 8. 8 is
Eight.
not
Okay.
good.
Better than
You look around. As you're walking towards the gate, you do not see the individual that you were looking for.
Right.
You do see that temple that you saw.
Oh, okay.
You see it is a large dark stone building. There's a beautiful stained glass window in the front that looks like turning writhing flames, and a dark metal door in the front.
I feel like I need to petition Billy in this moment. Billy, I saw that building in my dream. I think we should go in there first. Just a pit stop, real quick.
Does the markings or anything on the building, does it ring a bell for Billy?
You can make a religion check if you want.
Do I know anything about this particular building?
You can also make a religion check.
15.
Nope.
Rad has never been to church, you know?
Yeah, never.
Yeah, that tracks. Billy, you look at this building. Based on the symbols and the stained glass on the front, you would guess that this is probably a temple to Aurora, the Ember Heart.
And Aurora is.
Thrax, that was the cutest sneeze in the world.
That's canonical.
That was canonically Thrax has the cutest little bunny sneeze. And may be allergic to temples. We'll find out.
True on both counts.
But yeah, Billy seems to be a temple to Aurora, the Ember Heart, goddess of sun and fire, giver of passion, and the bringer of summer.
I mean, they're like more of like a peaceful.
They're
Order.
a neutrally aligned temple.
All right. Well, I mean, maybe something will jog your memory inside there. They're not. I mean, they're not really. They don't really cause problems for a lot of people, so we should be safe enough.
Sure. Most people like me. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still holding your hand.
Okay.
We're just gonna go.
See?
Anytime Billy is holding Thrax's hand, I'm picturing Billy arm fully stretched all the way up, and then Thrax like leaning down to hold your hand, and their hand
Billy's
just like
holding a finger.
fully wraps
Just the
all the
whole
way
hand, yeah.
around Billy's hand. Yeah.
Hey, Nori, is your dog off leash trained?
Shelly, I don't know how to tell you this, but Thrax isn't my pet. Thrax is my friend. He's also not a dog, he's a gnoll.
Noted.
I don't even get a doodle. The chicken gets a doodle. I'm a footnote. No, that's fine. That's
I thought that you were about to hold up the diagram of the chicken and compare it.
But where do the eggs come from?
It's canon. Thrax lays eggs.
Billy, you and Thrax walk towards the door of this temple. Push open these large doors and walk inside. Looking around, it looks mostly deserted. You see a couple of people moving around, but it is fairly empty. Thrax, it looks way emptier than it did when you saw it.
Place?
I'm
gonna try to start a fire. No.
No, please don't.
You know what? I'm not worried about it.
It's very true.
That's the end of the campaign. He lights a fire.
I feel. Do I get a sense for what time of day I might have seen in the vision, or was it too like dream
It was
state?
too like
Yeah.
instant, and when you see like whole things, it's usually like bits and pieces sort of emerging from the sand and the mist. You don't necessarily see like full picture in like 1080p.
Is there anyone that looks obviously in charge in this moment?
There is one sort of balding human man towards the back that is wearing priestly robes and sort of attending to what appears to be some sort of fountain in front of a large statue of a giant sort of flaming red bird.
Oh, okay. I would probably approach this balding gentleman, and is he holding anything?
He is holding what looks like some sort of pitcher. They sort of pouring it into the fountain. Looking at it, you can see that it looks like maybe some sort of lamp oil or something like that.
Ooh. I would just say, hi. Can I have that?
He looks at you and like he turns around and is looking at like the mid chest.
Yeah.
And then just sort of like pans up. And he goes, "Oh, you're a big one."
I hunch though.
What did the oil?
Is that what it? Yeah, sure. If that's what it is, it looks really nice.
I need to finish filling the fountain. Do you need some oil? I can certainly find some for you.
It's just it feels like a long time since I've had anything to drink.
Oh, this is not to drink. This would be very bad for you.
But you can drink it, right?
No, that's kind of what I just said. Was that you?
What do you use it for?
I mean, I lighted it on fire.
Oh, I definitely need that then. Oh my god!
He just
how
sort
much
of
of that do you
narrows.
have?
He just sort of narrows his eyes at you. He goes, "I'm kind of concerned you're gonna drink it."
You
Hesitant to give you any.
I-
Do you have
So-
like a parent that brought you here?
Nori,
Is there an
Nori.
adult that I could talk to?
Oh,
Hey, I
We're-
poke like behind his legs.
I'm looking.
Hey.
He looks.
This
He looks
is
from
Billy.
looks from all the way up to all the way down.
Yeah.
He's like, Oh, you're with him?
Yeah, I'm with Thrax. He
Tell him about the elephant.
is Billy familiar with the Luxodon like race?
You're familiar with Loxodon, yeah.
Okay. Is there a Luxodon who frequents this temple?
He nods. He says, "Oh, you're looking for Father Pacris."
Yeah. My friend here, Thorax, can't remember names. He's a little you know, you've met him.
I drink oil.
I could see how that could have an effect on your memory.
Yeah. So he doesn't. He just remembers what he looks like, and he remembered him being here. And we're just trying to find him again.
Well, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. Father Pacris, we haven't seen him in a few days now.
Is that and that's odd for him?
He took some of the bone guard down into the crypts. He felt a calling and headed down there. None of them have returned.
How long does it take for them to normally return?
Usually they wouldn't stay down there more than a day.
How many other
Dangerous to
dads
sleep
went
down
with
there
him?
at least.
I feel like everyone's just popping up from behind.
Slowly emerging Three Stooges style around. Just one head at a time.
Rad's just standing outside muttering about how the church is just a construct to leech the wealth off of the
Naturally.
poor and economically challenged and funnel it up towards the wealthy and just kind of kicking the dirt outside.
My dog came in to tell me that he's tired and wants to go to bed. So hello, this is Kazi.
Wow.
Hi, Kazi.
Gazi,
He's
you
a
little
little
hellion.
a little dark orb.
Go to bed. You can go to bed. I don't have to go with you. Goodbye.
He really doesn't like it when somebody is awake and he wants to go to bed.
Same.
So cute.
Okay, so he's told you that he's like they haven't seen him in a few days.
Do we have a minute? We should talk about this. We
Team
really
huddle?
came to see one specific person. So, but the oil.
Yeah.
There's
Just
the oil.
Oh, you're talking to him?
Yeah. Can I just
Oh.
dip my finger in the oil as I'm saying that? Just casually just dip it and taste it.
You go to like put your finger towards it, and he just sort of covers the top of it with his hand, like pulls it away. He's treating you like a child that's trying to touch the hot stove.
Yeah. No, that's 100%.
Yo, Thrax, if you need some oil, we can get you some oil. Do we want to have a team huddle?
yeah.
Yeah, I think we should just. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
I mean, or not. It's just.
Yeah.
It's a toss up at this point.
away
but we like you.
this gentleman.
Kind of.
Not whispering right next to him.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. Do we just turn around and have the conversation?
Pull you a little bit further away into like a nice little alcove where it's quiet.
Okay.
Rad will come in and be like, "Are we gonna leave soon? So bored. What are you guys
Alright.
talking about?"
Well,
Is it possible that your dream wasn't a premonition, but instead was like
Post emission.
You know, Thrax, at your age, a post-emission is not anything to be concerned about. Like, you're at that stage in a young Noel's life where it happens while you're sleeping every once in a while.
I mean, right. Wow. So I recover.
I broke Mel.
Wow. Okay. So I think we probably needed to go like guard speed to get here because they're past the door already. They already went.
Well, it's fine. We were planning to go down into the tunnels anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe your dream is them calling out to you. Maybe they're in trouble.
Let's go
Ooh.
rescue him.
Do you think so?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, executive decision.
Worst case scenario,
And by
we go in
this-
there and we look for treasure.
Right. By this
Yeah.
I mean, Nora, you have to tell us. Should we go through the doors and go find Billy? What did you say? You not an elephant, something else. What did you say?
They're a Luxodon? The
Loxodon. Yeah.
Loxodon.
but-
They've got the elephant nose, and some of them have tusks. Big.
That sounds
ears,
right.
Leathery.
That's
Have you not? It's just
I don't.
pets. His,
Is that a question?
his leg. Nope,
I'm-
we're good.
Have
All
you
right.
No, I did not
Um,
drink any of the oil. Okay, I
know,
didn't.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you. You know what? Let's go back inside. Just for a
No.
minute.
I
All right.
know
Let's.
oil isn't good for you, Thrax. We can get
how
you
about-
something else to drink.
Yeah.
It's
Nori, if you want to
fires.
go figure out where those tunnels, the entrance to those tunnels are, we'll keep Thrax busy.
No, we can go. That's fine.
Distracted
You
from
know,
the oil.
yeah.
I
don't
know that
I don't need it.
these tunnels are basically behind that big gate, right?
Okay.
Like that's fairly common knowledge, right, Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The entrance to the catacombs in the Undercity is through that gate. There is like so the city of Halanyor is built on like all of those catacombs and stuff. There's also like the reason it's called the Undercity is that the ruins of an old dwarven city are like beyond there as well. So there is like it's a whole city theoretically down there.
But not like populated.
Not populated.
Yeah,
Every once in a while, like if they're housing like army or something like that, sometimes they'll take up residency in the Undercity. But for the most part, it's usually deserted. There's just not enough people looking to live in Halanyor because monsters come out of the ground. So there's not enough people looking to live here to justify also living in the city underground that it doesn't have a gate blocking the way to the monsters.
Totally.
Fair.
Gotcha. So yeah, I mean it's just through the big gate.
Easy enough.
I mean
6 tickets, please.
Yeah, well, let's get the supplies that we
Yeah,
need in
let's get
case
some
we're down
supplies.
there longer, and then we can go.
I give Nori a thumbs up and then put my hand down really quickly, remembering that they can't see it. Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
Nori.
So you guys head to the gate to the Undercity. Um,
I'm gonna on the way there. I want to pick up some potions.
Okay.
I've got.
You
I
have enough
believe I've
money
got
for
about
potions?
12 gold.
where are you attempting to get these?
I'm assuming like we're gonna walk past.
Billy,
like, the
make
center.
me. I won't even make you roll for this.
You don't want to see like a really low number.
No, so potions because this is a low magic world.
Yeah. So is there a
potions don't
health-
really exist.
Okay.
You can get like a
there-
medicine kit.
There are people that are like capable of doing alchemy, but they are a rare group. In fact, the healing that you saw of Shelly and
Yeah.
Roddy and Thrax with those like injections
Yeah.
were the first time you had probably ever seen like this weird rapid healing.
Yeah. Okay. Is there like an apothecary or like somewhere I can get like med kits or something before we head down there?
Yeah, there would be somewhere you could buy like a healer's kit.
Okay. Yeah.
We just all go do what we need to do and then meet
Yeah.
back in front of like said temple.
Yeah, if you want to all go about your separate ways, absolutely.
Nori just sits in front of the temple.
Billy, a healer's kit is 5 gold pieces.
All right. I
They're
think I
not
have like
cheap.
Yeah, I've got like 12 gold left.
Okay.
So I will spend.
I'll take a med kit.
Okay. It's 5 gold.
I'll be sitting with Nori.
This is perfect, actually. I think Thrax would just take out his like everything bowl, you know the one,
Uh-huh.
and he would just set it on the ground in front of Thrax,
Oh, no.
Shelly, and Nori, and just be like, I mean, come on, right? And just sit down next to them, right in front of the temple.
Absolutely. Thrax, as the three of you are just sitting there, and everybody else has kind of gone their separate ways to like get stuff, 2 different people put a copper piece into your bowl.
Thank you. Look at this.
Can I try and run up to one of them and give him back?
You dropped this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They take it, they look very confused, and then they quickly run away. So you got 1 copper piece.
Yeah.
Because I imagine after it happens the first time, the rest of you would let Shelly know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ours now.
Yeah.
Incredible. So you guys go your separate ways. You get what you need to get. You regroup back in front of the temple here. What are you doing? Heading to the city or to the gate? Okay. You guys arrive at the gate. You head that way. It's in like the back of the city, so there's a lot of like blacksmiths and there's some fortresses, some barracks, that sort of thing out this direction. You arrive at the Reforged Gates, which are these massive, heavy-duty stone towers on either side of this dark black iron gate. There's a stone drawbridge that goes across from the gate to the walkway itself, that would currently be raised, so you can't actually get to the gate. You see there's 2 guards sort of stationed, one on either side of the this walkway as you approach. What would you like to do?
Ooh. I have so many thoughts, but I'm going to wait.
Go in.
Like while we were waiting, like while like Nori and Shelly were waiting, did they see anybody coming in and out?
No.
Of the temple? No.
Yeah. Oh,
Red.
I mean, of the gates.
Rad, can you get us in there?
I can ask.
Well, I mean, so could I, but I thought that was your thing. Like, you knew your...
Oh no, that was just that one guy.
You only know the bad guys?
Yeah.
I mean, I
knew that-
I assume I have some sort of documentation that can like I can show to the guards to like let us through.
Ooh.
So there's
Okay,
people
well,
at the gate? Like there's guards at the gate.
There's
Do
2
not.
guards. at
We
the
just
gate.
push it. Just push it open. I think Nori's just gonna walk forward and push the gate open.
Wait, is there not a drawbridge in between us and the gate?
Yeah,
Did I
there's
hear that?
There's a
Oh.
drawbridge, but
That's raised, right?
Oh, it's raised. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It. Just walks off into
I
the
was
water.
like, I mean, that would be pretty dope.
no, there's a drawbridge raised. There's a guard on either side of where it would lower to.
Got it.
Who's good at persuading or?
I mean, I got this. If you...
Oh wait. So we could
Okay.
just say that we were sent. Oh, did we get the name of that guy? What was the name of the guy that we talked to at the temple?
Papa.
Father
No.
Gum was not
Baldy
the guy at the
Oilman.
temple.
The oilman, the guy who had the oil.
Yeah.
What was
Well,
his
we're
name?
looking for Father Pacris, right?
Yeah, but we can say
Oh.
that that guy sent us to go and get Father Pacris because he hasn't come back yet.
Right.
We can just say someone from the temple of the, what was it, Emberheart sent
Yeah.
us?
Of Aurora, Temple of Aurora. And then that way, I mean, it's not, you know, it's less, it's more direct and less of us trying to force our way over.
Yeah, so
Let's
I
do it.
can't say that, but one of you can say that, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
Sure, I can say that.
Nori, you're the leader.
Right. Good. I'm glad everybody's on board. This is really great.
All right, I'll walk up to one of the guards.
You see there's a sort of a grizzled dwarven man, heavy scarring across his face. You see that he's got like just this tangled mass of hair, but there's whole sections of it that there's nothing growing because there's just deep gashes out of his face and like across his beard, across his head. One of his eyebrows is completely missing because there's just this gouge out of his face. So look.
Nice.
Good
Can
luck.
relate.
Yeah.
Just killing it out there.
But you walk up. He says, "Hey, move along. No one in or out."
Oh, I'm sorry. They sent us from the Temple of Aurora. We're supposed to come find Father Pacris.
He sort of folds his arms. He goes, "Is that so?"
Mhm. They're very worried. They've been gone for a very long time.
Who sent you from there?
I didn't catch his name. Thrax, did you catch their name at all?
Baldy Oilman.
Yeah, ball guy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Sure.
You'll have to talk to Captain Pharaoh. Nobody goes in or out without his say so.
Well, maybe you can introduce us to Captain Pharaoh then.
Yeah, I can do that.
You are the nicest guard we have met so far.
Yeah, so generous
I just
with
want
your
you to know
time.
that.
He's sort of looking at Thrax and he's like,
You're big.
How do I get my hair to do that?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
So natural.
Yeah.
Rattle.
It's impressive. I really.
Yeah, I get that, man.
he sort of looks past you at Rad. He's like,
Is that a talking carpet?
Yeah, it's how we get everybody out.
I really tie the room together, man.
All right. 1 second.
he takes a horn from his belt and just gives like,
I'm
We're gonna die.
gonna look at Ronnie and just be like, how fast can you run? Can you get to the temple and get that guy's name? And then get back here before the guy gets here?
as you're saying that, the drawbridge lowers. You see walking out of one of the two side buildings, a man tall for a dwarf. Looks like a probably some sort of maybe like half dwarven. Got the build of a dwarf, but he's almost 5 foot. Walks out of one of these side buildings. Paul, if you want to share the image of Captain Pharaoh. Captain Pharaoh is a tall dwarven man, sort of thick beard on his face, hair pulled into a tight bun behind his head, sort of wearing a mismatch of beaten and bashed armor, heavy sword hanging at his side. He walks out from the side building, walks over to the drawbridge, sort of looks you all over, and he goes, "I haven't gotten any paperwork saying anyone's supposed to be entering."
Oh, I'm so sorry. I think I must have misplaced it. Thrax, did you
Can't
get any
read.
paperwork?
It's
No,
an
oh.
emergency.
That's so. What sort of emergency?
The people are at the temple are very, they're worried about Father Pacris. It really is urgent that we get him back.
Make a persuasion check, Emily.
With advantage?
I'll give you advantage.
He's
No,
civilized, right?
yeah. So the Dolomarane, one of their racial traits is that they have because they are a race of ambassadors and sort of stuff, like they are all trained in like the ways of court. And so they have advantage on persuasion checks when dealing with like civilized races.
I only rolled it once. I'll roll it again. 22.
Nice.
22. That's a nat 20.
Yes.
He sort
you,
of
leader.
crosses his arms. Also, it should be noted that there is now a community challenge in the chat to give the party a chicken.
Yay.
Yes.
I don't suppose
Um,
we could contribute to that, can we?
No, you can. You
Damn
can.
it. I
you
have so
cannot.
many waffle points.
You cannot use it for that.
What can I use my waffle points for?
I don't know. We'll figure out
Nothing.
something that the players can use it for.
Okay,
It's
one.
kind of unfair because you have to be here.
Hey Hunter, are you
Um,
sure you don't want to let me use my waffle points for this?
I'm very certain because you can't use them for the other thing either. I'll figure out something that the cast can redeem for. He sort of looks you all over. He nods. He says, "All right. I'll have to escort you down there. I can't run the risk of losing anyone else."
Sounds reasonable. We would appreciate that.
Very well. He turns, makes a motion. You see the gate slowly begins rising, and he will lead you down into the Undercity.
Leader.
As we're walking, I'm gonna lean in to Nori and just be like, so like we're doing this because no boy had a dream about it.
Yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
cool. I'm just making sure.
I mean, he's
I'm
gotten
a-
me this far, so you know.
He got you arrested and into a big knoll fight.
Look, he saved me from the desert. I feel like I owe him
Yeah,
a
Tech-
debt.
fair.
Technically, Shelly saved you from the desert.
Nori doesn't know that.
Nobody knows.
I mean, that's fair.
It's a big secret.
I'm
you
down
guys-
for whatever. So.
You guys start heading into the Undercity, following Captain Pharaoh here. He sort of looks you over. Rad, you do not have dark vision, correct?
I
no.
I don't believe
so.
Rad or Roddy have dark vision. I could be
Yeah.
I have crazy dark vision.
wrong. Either way, he looks you guys over, seems to be uncertain whether some of you would have dark vision, so he sort of grabs a torch off the wall, and starts leading the way. He leads you down into these twisting halls that lead deeper and deeper underneath the mountain. You can see sections where it'll open up into large caverns. You can see old abandoned buildings. You at one point pass a section where you can see just a giant gaping hole in the ground that looks like it's got to be at least a few thousand feet across. And like buildings sort of built into the walls of this giant sinkhole. It continues down deeper and deeper until you arrive at what looks like a large barricaded door. He says, "From what we were able to gather, it seems like this is the way they went." He nods towards the barricades. He says, "You can see these were recently taken down. My men had to put them back up when they didn't return. Are you sure you want to go down there?
Rax, are you sure this is where we need to be?
No.
Reassuring,
All right.
as always.
Group huddle. Group huddle.
Yeah. It's
No.
really nice down here, though, right?
All right, yes, it's lovely, Vax.
It's-
It's been,
I'm
it's been a weird couple of weeks.
Is it really any surprise that they wanted to stay? I mean, look around.
We're just gonna I'm just gonna call a spade. We're all a little weird. There's something going on. And Thrax, you say that you see things that happen. This might be important. And I don't really believe in destiny, but I really want to figure out what the hell's going on. So we're already here. I think we should go down there. The bare minimum. Roddy can find some very nice things.
Can I turn to the captain and just ask if there's literally anything that he can tell us about what we're about to go do that might help us out?
Father Pakris went down there 5 days ago. He had 3 strong warriors with him. None of them came back, and we never heard anything from them.
Yeah.
In the past, we've seen all sorts of horrors come out
Right.
of the crypts.
Could you clarify horrors for me?
Maybe they look like
Um,
me.
We've seen creatures that look like
Shell.
animals but are wrong. Things that shouldn't be but are. We've seen large, scaled creatures that are a thing of nightmares, like something out of an old children's story.
Oh, okay.
Does that thing have a name?
You see sort of like staring at the ground, sort of seems to be trying to put words to something that he doesn't want to say. And he says, and then there's the dead. They move.
The dead aren't they're undead? Not dead?
Some sort of dark power compels them to rise up and hunger.
Like in a fun way, or?
He just sort of looks at you and he goes, in what way could that possibly be fun?
To be
I mean, I
fair, he
haven't-
did try to bury me.
Yeah.
He seems to be growing more uncomfortable with the fact that you're down here.
I'm gonna turn back to the rest of the group. So he says, "This is what I'm hearing. I'm gonna check in with everybody else. It's basically like a story down there. It sounds very fun, and I think it's almost safe. Almost. And if we just pop in and pop out, it probably won't leave enough time. Dead people are really slow.
True.
I don't know if you've ever seen one move, but I haven't. So that leads me to believe that if they do move, it's probably really slow. Right? That just makes sense. So I think if we just go really fast down there, find who we need to find, we can come back out, and it will probably be worth writing down at some point.
Well, geez, guys, I think you're all real neat, and I'm getting pretty excited because I think this might be where I come from. I've never known before.
We're gonna put a pin
There's
in
like
that.
a dark power or something, I guess.
That's
we
at
can
least
take a
2
look.
people that are from behind the door. Maybe.
Man, I hope I'm not from behind the door.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Right?
Alright.
Any of us could be from behind the door. We should just go look.
I mean, Drax, I'm not
Um,
from behind the door, but I'm sure it's nothing scarier than what's in the mines where I come from.
I'm gonna pop my head out of the group and just. Will you be coming with us, or help, or be able to send any of your men with us?
Make a persuasion check.
Jesus. No,
We
I
get
mean,
them
no-
all murdered.
Yeah, I mean, better them than us.
Meat shield.
I don't know, Billy.
Oh,
There's already
Jesus.
God
4
damn.
For me,
guys
Jill.
over there.
Noel.
Yeah.
He says, unfortunately, I cannot risk any of my men going in after this. I respect the temple's decision to send you all in to search for this, but I will not risk good men on a fool's errand.
Yeah, we're the worst. It's okay. We'll go.
All right. Let's go find out where Shelly came from.
What do these barricades look like? Just so that I understand what we're up against. Because that's hurdle one. Let's be honest.
You see a large door that has multiple wooden barricades. It looks like a lot of them were recently removed. You see that there's a lot of them that look like very, very old, have been there for a long time, but have been recently sort of taken down. And then you see sort of hastily reconstructed barricades back over the door using that same wood.
Oh, okay. I don't think I should touch this stuff. I don't think that will go well. Does anyone else want to find us a way through?
Look at
Everything's
the other.
completely blocked off. There's no door.
I mean, we'll have to just move.
There is a door, but it's barricaded by this stuff. You would have to take some time to sort of dismantle the barricade.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, Rad will
I'll
come
help.
over and just start like lifting things and moving it out of the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll start like using the back end of a hammer or whatever. Take out nails.
Assembly line style.
Sure.
Yeah.
Captain Pharaoh will help you sort of dismantle these barricades, not like fully, just enough to get one of the doors open.
Right.
But yeah, he'll open it up enough that you can see inside.
Nice.
You can get it. You can go through if you want to.
I have
You
dark
like-
vision. Can I take a peek?
Sure. Make a perception check for me.
Are you gonna like put all this stuff back after we're inside?
Wow.
Man, I don't
Wow.
understand. I don't understand.
Wow.
You roll worse
It
than
is-
Noel.
Wait,
It
wait,
is
no.
incredible
I'm gonna.
how poorly
Wow.
you're rolling.
I'm gonna also check that. I need to know what this, if I'm gonna be better than that. It's perception.
It's a competition
Make a
now.
perception check.
There we go.
17.
My dark vision is 120 feet.
Thrax, you go to look in, and then Billy just steps in front of you, and all you can see is the back of Billy's head
Yeah.
as they look into the darkness. Thrax, Thrax is looking down the wrong hallway.
Back the way we came.
Yeah.
He's like, it looks safe to me.
All these
Billy-
barricades, though.
Billy, you look through the door. You see it opens up into twisting, winding hallways. You can look down there. You can see there's some dripping from the ceiling. It looks like there's some water seeping into this chamber and sort of trickling down the walkway. You can see some footprints in the thick mud that sort of covers the floor here. As you can see, 4 sets of footprints that descend deeper.
Yeah, it goes deeper down, guys. So just stuff dripping down. Like, yeah, it just looks like a creepy old cave for now.
Who has dark vision?
I do.
Ah.
I have 120 feet of dark vision.
So is it
Everybody
just
but
Party.
you and me.
all right for sure?
And Nori.
And yeah, no,
Oh, and Nori. Oh, right.
Do we?
He just has very good like spatial awareness.
In
It is a little bit like
way,
near
your
death.
always
vision
has
is
dark
dark,
vision.
you know?
Their vision
Nor-
is just
Yeah, Nori technically has like the most accurate vision because they can't be fooled by like invisibility and stuff.
It's true.
As long as it's within 10 feet of them.
Totally.
So are you gonna put the barricades back up after we go in?
He sort of looks at you. He says, I can give you until nightfall. Once the sun sets, I can't risk the good of the city.
Where's the sun right now?
You're looking at about 1 o'clock right now?
Oh,
Like
Okay.
5-ish hours?
Cool.
Well, we better get moving, guys.
I pointed the torch that the captain's carrying. Can I have that?
He'll hand it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
who doesn't have dark vision? Okay. I have a couple torches in my
Emily, put your hand down. You don't have any vision. It doesn't count.
I have a
I can see ghosts. Come
Perfect
on.
dark
give
vision.
Nori a
Perfect.
torch.
I have a hooded lantern.
That's
If-
It's a good question, though.
Mm.
Would a ghost set off your blind sight, since technically we decided your blind sight is
Yeah.
like echolocation?
Yeah, I feel like we need to have a discussion about how
We'll
the
have a-
mechanics work.
yeah,
And then we'll
I
figure
would
it out.
I would say blind sight as I would say your regular blind sight, no. But if you were using your enhanced vision, yes.
It's like detect good or evil.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anybody needs a torch, I'll hand it to them, just so the people who don't have dark vision can see.
Also for the party's information, Paul has posted in the Warlocks and Waffles Discord to let everybody know, hey, there's a goal to get the party a chicken, and we're only 10,000 points away. What are you doing?
I have a hooded lantern that burns for 6 hours.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I'll just use that.
Okay. You guys head in.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Let's go for it.
Go team.
Father
I'm gonna
Pacris?
pull out my sword and just be on the ready and towards the front of the party.
Okay. You guys start heading down, and enter the area.
Nice.
Heading down into these tunnels, they slowly descend deeper and deeper until you find yourself in a room where the floor is sort of coated in this slimy water and mud. In the center of the chamber, you see a set of stairs that leads up to a platform, some sort of stone table or something at the top of the platform. What are you doing?
What's on the top of the table?
You walking over to it?
Is there a goblet up there?
You can't see the top of the table from where you're currently at.
Yeah, sure. I'll walk towards the table.
Okay.
Looking out for anything on the ground.
Checking for traps.
Looking for traps. Looking for footprints. Looking for.
Make a perception check.
Sure thing.
While he's doing that, I just want to coat myself with what's on the floor right now. Just kind of
Sure.
splash.
Just sort of roll around in the muck and
Yeah,
mud.
just a little, just a dusting of it.
Like
Just an extra layer.
Do you want perception or investigation?
Are you being more hands-on or just based on sight?
I guess it'd be just based on sight for now.
Perception.
So that's an 8.
Looking around, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. You walk up the steps.
Yeah, if I don't see anything
'Kay.
that catches my attention too bad, I'll just keep going.
Sure. You walk up the top of the steps. You see this table is hollow on the inside, and you realize it's more of like some sort of sarcophagus. There is a mummified body laying in the inside of this sarcophagus, holding on to what looks like a jar.
Can I look inside the jar?
You pulling it out of the grip of the body, or are you trying to see
what kind of body is mummified? Can I make any investigation about that? Do I recognize? I don't know.
Looks
What can I learn
humanoid.
about this place?
You
Humanoid.
can make a medicine check if you want.
Yeah. Let's do a medicine check. And then, what kind of sarcophagus is it? Like, would Roddy know like
The
when
history.
it's from? History. So that's only a 5 medicine, so that's not going to cut it.
Okay.
But then that is a 15 history.
You're not sure what the species of the person in the sarcophagus is, but looking at the markings on and around the sarcophagus, you would assume whoever it was, this is from probably the middle of the 4th age. It's very old.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the jar is just like, can I just open the lid without removing the whole jar?
It looks wax sealed.
How do you open a wax seal?
You'd have to like break the wax.
Or light it on fire.
Or light it on fire. I will
Or-
say, looking at it, the jar doesn't look old.
Like the jar is much.
The glass is still clean. The wax looks freshly sort of solidified.
Does there appear
What
to
you looking
be
at,
any
Roddy?
signs of movement, like in the dust around the sarcophagus?
You don't see any dust in the sarcophagus.
Like it's clean.
Clean.
This shit's gonna.
What's
Wake
everybody
up.
else doing?
Can I drink some of this water? Is it like
Oh.
drinkable?
Sure. Make a
Pass-
make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Sees water, drinks it.
Oh, thank God.
Crushed it.
You've drank worse water.
Oh yeah, I have.
Nice.
You bet I have.
With a 23, because it's you. With your keen knoll senses, you drink this water and you're like, there's at least 3 bodies in this water.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Roddy, what are you doing over there?
I want this jar, but I think this is gonna come alive, so I'm gonna pull out my sword and make sure this shit like doesn't grab me.
Can-
No,
Can
wait.
I like give the limbs of this mummified thing a squeeze to see if they're different sizes?
Just looking at them, they do not appear to be different sizes. They look to all be a part of one cohesive form.
Sorry, Shelly.
Okay.
Billy, Nori, Rad, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go over to where Roddy is. Just,
Okay.
What's in there?
Make a perception check, Rad, with your elevated height there.
Okay.
You can see sort of over the other side, past the sarcophagus, at the base of the stairs. You see a form just sort of laying part way out of the water on the steps. And you see a trunk and one ear sort of hanging to the side.
I think we found Father Packrat. I'll point out the body.
Okay. Is there
Okay.
any other door? Are there any other door? Like the door we came in, is there any other entrances or exits?
You do see one other hallway that leads out of this room,
And it goes like deeper in.
deeper in.
Is there a way for me to verify what Rad is saying, that this is in fact the Loxodon from my vision?
If you want to walk over there.
Yeah, I'll head over as he says that and take a look.
Yeah, looks like the Loxodon you saw.
Okay.
Said there's 3 bodies in this water.
Yeah.
He tasted at
for
least 3
people
bodies
came
in this
in.
water. Yes.
And I think, if I remember correctly, the Bother came down into this place with 3 other people.
So there's
So there's
other.
one left.
Are
Could
there
one
any?
of them be mummified?
Are there footprints leading to the other walkway? Like somebody went, like people went that way, or
Make an investigation check. Nat 20.
Woo!
You look in that hall. You see 3 distinct sets of footprints. All 3 sets seem to be moving in sort of like a shambling movement. They don't seem to be walking in a standard gait that you would expect.
And are any of them Loxodons?
Not that you see, they're all wearing shoes.
Well, I mean, their footprints are distinct.
Yeah.
So
Loxodon wouldn't wear wouldn't leave like a boot print.
I'm gonna search the Loxodon priest.
Okay.
Just kind of looking for anything about why they would be down here. Anything useful.
You start sort of rummaging through their clothes, and you see one eye sort of opens, and a gasping breath like. You need to get out of here.
Oh.
I'll come back.
Do we have any more of those pointy, sharp things?
You see, it coughs up
Correct.
a little blood.
Shelly's gonna
Oh, no,
pretty
that
much
means he's gonna die.
immediately run over and I haven't used my hit dice yet, have I?
No, you should have 2
All right.
new.
Oh, this is happening.
Mhm.
Oh, look at this. I'm ready.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
Hey.
Yay!
Nice.
Shelly, you go over, you put your hands on him. You see some of these gashes and stuff on him sort of stitch themselves closed. Sort of looks down, looks back up at you.
Are you okay, Daddy?
Oh.
It's the most unsettling thing that anyone has said in this
Sweet
campaign so far.
child.
You do this, you say that. He sort of raises his trunk and sort of just like puts it on the side of your face, and says, "Are you an angel?"
A what?
Oh.
An angel. A servant of the gods.
I'm pretty sure if the gods existed, they would not have liked me.
He sort of pushes himself up. You can see he's still badly hurt. But like those 8 points helped. What are the rest of you doing as he's sort of beginning to sit up?
I'm keeping an eye on the door, where the people went through. With my 120 feet, can I see? Is there anybody at the end of my vision?
Down the hallway?
Yeah, and with my wonderful 23, did I notice was there anybody at there, like looking down?
Looking down, make me another perception check.
This is where it all goes pear-shaped.
Yeah.
That one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You weren't kidding.
Wow.
You are
You
not kidding.
do
I
have a
do have. Yep.
you do have one if you want to
Please.
use it.
All
No better
I-
time.
Also,
Got
I don't know if any of you caught it. The image of Father Pakras was in the
Oh, was
Twitch
it?
stream. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
19.
Oh, cool.
Amazing.
Can I ask a
19.
quick question just before you, as you're describing this entire scene? Pakras was the one holding the jar, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, there's a humanoid body in the actual sarcophagus.
Right.
Pakras was down, like in the water, sort of laying on just head, laying on one of the steps towards the bottom.
Got it. Okay.
I want this jar and I have my sword out in
What-
case this thing wakes up.
Father Pakras, why did you come down
What?
here?
What happened, man?
He looks up. He says, "The gods, they sent me. Had to find them." And he sort of starts trying to pick himself up and almost collapses back into it and takes his time a little bit.
Can I just hold
Do I
him?
see anything with my 19 perception?
With a 19, as he starts sitting up, Billy, down the hallway, you hear, and then you see 3 large forms begin lumbering towards the end of the hall that you're at.
All right, I'm gonna turn around to everybody. It looks like it's time to pack up whatever large and frightening is down that hall is coming on back.
Yeah, that
In-
doesn't
in the
sound
name
good.
of Father Packrat.
Yep.
Not
Father, can I
Packrat.
grab this jar?
He seems to be like trying to pick himself up. Roddy, he doesn't seem to be paying attention to you. What do you want to do?
You got to make this decision on your own, bro.
Shiny thing in a crypt, bud.
Mm.
This is your moment. You're literally an archaeology background.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna pull out my bow
Okay.
and I'm gonna start heading. I'm gonna
Strong,
make
strong move, picking up a ranged 2-handed weapon while one hand is occupied holding a glass
No,
jar.
I'll put it in my bag.
Duh.
Roddy, you pull this jar out. You watch as the hands sort of like curl up as you remove the jar.
Oh, spooky.
And pulling the jar out, you look into it. You see there are 3 humanoid hearts inside of it.
That's
all
so
three,
fucking
all 3
metal.
of them just beating.
I'm gonna stick that in my jar and I want to.
you stick it in your bag.
I want to stab
um,
this.
Stab what?
Stab
The
the heart?
mummy. I want to stab the
Oh.
mummy.
You stab it. Roll me damage.
No, okay. Can I do? Can this be a sneak attack?
Go ahead. Just go ahead and roll me.
already.
Go ahead and roll me your regular damage. Also, I love the fact that people are blackmailing other people in our chat
It's mostly me
to
threatening
get
people.
them a chicken.
This will happen.
That's 9 damage.
Roddy, you stab this into the chest of this mummified form. As it is stabbed in, you watch as all the bones just turn to dust in the sarcophagus. And then you hear this voice in the chamber just
Bro.
we're in initiative.
Oh no.
Worth it.
Whoa.
Roddy, how
Holy
could
shit,
you?
Roddy.
Worth it. I better get
I'm
some post
bad.
hearts tomorrow
God
morning.
damn,
That's all I'm
right?
saying.
Oh, gosh, of course.
Well, I mean, there's
Of
3
course.
hearts and there's 3
Again.
things coming down that walkway. So Roddy's the only one who
Nice.
knows that those hearts are there.
Okay.
Oh,
True.
I'm gonna be like, I grabbed some hearts, kill those fuckers.
Roddy, you have top of the initiative. What you
Awesome. I'm
doing?
gonna. This thing disintegrated. I heard a creepy voice. I got 3 hearts in my bag. I'm just gonna pull out my bow and I'm just gonna start shooting at the things heading towards us.
You have
And-
no line of sight to those. Those are like down the hallway,
Yeah.
moving towards Billy.
And you don't have dark vision.
And is that hallway like elevated above kind of the rest of the room?
A little bit, yeah, because this
Okay.
one's sort of sunk down into the ground.
I want to go. How far away is Billy from me?
Like 20 feet.
Cool. I want to go over to Billy. Is
Okay.
our plan to retreat? We have Father Packers. Those other
Yeah.
three things
Yeah,
are gonna
that's
be
all we
dead.
need.
I think retreat. Yeah.
All right, awesome. So I'm just gonna. I want to hold my action, and I'm just gonna. I want to like go over to Billy, take out my bow, and just start like backing up and making sure that we can all sort of like provide support firing once those get close to us,
Okay.
and like back towards the door that we came through.
Absolutely. Thrax, you're up.
Okay. So are we're attempting to retreat? Is that the consensus?
Yes.
Yeah, we got what we came for.
How much space does the door offer us as we make our way back?
Wait, can I do like a maybe a medicine check to see if Father Packers can even walk out at a reasonable pace with us?
If you want to do that on your turn, absolutely.
Okay, on my turn.
Yeah, I'm
We don't-
curious. Like,
Can we retreat?
yeah, like we can get out of here, but then what are they just going to chase us down the hallway and murk us? Like how
knows?
big is this doorway?
The doorway, like into this room, is
Yeah, into the space.
single file.
Single file.
Okay.
So I want to position myself just outside the doorway
Okay.
and hold my action for anything I see that is pursuing us and tries to cross through the doorway behind us. And that is
Okay.
when I would attack.
So you're getting in the way of the doorway that leads out. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Nori.
Okay. Can I help Father Packers up?
Okay.
And then just start going back towards where I know the exit is.
Absolutely. You sort of get one arm over your shoulder, start moving him in that direction. He's sort of staggering with you. Shelly.
I guess I'll just help with Father Packers.
Okay.
You know, take the
Yeah,
other shoulder.
Absolutely. Okay. That first zombie is going to get up into melee with Billy.
Would
Poor
I be able
Billy.
to before they get into
So is
melee? I
Billy.
would be able
Billy.
to shoot.
Oh, with
My
your
bow?
hold? Your held action?
Yeah, I would say you would get your shot off.
All right, sweet. If they get in melee with Billy and they're within range, would that be sneak attack?
Yes, it would.
Oh,
Keep
fantastic!
asking. Keep asking.
I gotta get as much damage as possible. Does an 11 hit?
11 will hit. Yeah.
Oh, so that's gonna be 8 damage from the bow.
Okay.
And then sneak attack is a d6, right? That's another 4 damage, so 12 damage,
Okay.
all piercing.
Yo, never mind. Let's murder these. Bro.
Okay.
Mighty zombie.
He will make his attack on Billy. Does a 15 hit?
Just hits. 15's my armor class.
12 points of damage, Billy.
God damn. How many hit points do you have?
I have 22.
It is your turn, Billy.
Oh, no, that's wrong.
minus. There we go.
Okay, so it's like right there. I got my sword out.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
We're only 3,000 points away from you guys having a chicken, by the way.
Fuck me. I'm so ready.
Oh. Oh no.
So that's a nat 1.
No.
Oh no!
And Billy does not have a point of inspiration, which means that is going to be a problem.
That's not what you want to hear.
Roll me another d20, Billy.
15.
15. Okay, so you're fine. you just miss.
Okay.
No additional damage. Anything else?
Illusion's not gonna stop these weird zombie creatures. And I only get one action, so and if I move, he's gonna get an opportunity attack.
Unless you had disengage.
Do I have disengage?
I don't believe you do.
Don't.
I see this. You guys have unlocked a chicken. Congratulations.
Well, you know what? I rolled
It doesn't magically appear. You will get your chicken.
I would like to say
Does it
that
have to be a magic chicken?
a Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina is very good.
Okay, fine.
Oh my god.
I'm really.
Okay.
Should be.
Yeah, I'm. Yeah. There,
Well
I can't
done.
Do,
Well
can
done,
I-
chat. The
Nope,
chat is
never
very proud.
I can't. Why?
We
Okay.
need a little
Yeah, no,
chicken
there's
emote
nothing
now.
else I can do. I got no other bonus.
Okay. That brings us to Rad.
All right. If it looks like a couple of people are helping, Father Packrat,
Mhm.
I'll jump up there with Billy.
Okay.
And be like, man, you guys are just gross. And
Hey.
I will angst.
Yes.
Okay.
Hard
Okay.
angst.
Level 1
I'm-
evocation.
So you go into your rage.
And I'm gonna thwack it with my bindle.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
19 will hit. And this is on the one that's up on Billy, right?
Yeah, the one that Roddy hit or
Yeah.
shot at.
Okay. 14 points.
Is it down?
It is not.
At least
Oh man.
26 points of damage each. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. We're good. We're good.
Anything else, Red?
That's about it. Billy, you might want to back it up.
Yeah, I hear ya.
Okay. You, Roddy, you see a, from the crypt that is like open next to you where the body dusted. You see this spectral form rises up out of it, that's sort of shifting and changing. It almost looks like a shadow come to life. It is going to attack you.
How? I did say that I wanted to move close to Billy to get line of sight
he's
on
by
the
Billy.
guys.
He's by me.
Yes, but you have range, right? So you're standing behind. Either way.
Okay, I just wanted to
it
make sure,
still
like,
would, yeah,
alright,
it would
for
still
sure.
move up.
Sweet.
8'll miss though, right?
8 for sure misses. Yes.
Okay.
Life drain. That's such a scary attack.
So scary.
That's not good.
And then it just disappears. Zombie 2 is going to run up. It is going to run up and attack Rad. 8 to hit will miss, correct?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to Father Pakras, who is going to continue to shamble away. That brings us to Zombie 3, which is going to not be able to get to the others past its companions. So it will just forfeit its turn here as it just sort of like growls and grunts from behind you. Roddy, you're up.
Awesome. So there's still the first guy that we started attacking is still up.
Yeah, the zombie, absolutely.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay at a range distance. I want to move away from the sarcophagus.
Okay.
I want to for sure move as close to the doorway as possible.
The one that Billy's by?
Yeah, the one that can like let us get back to where we came from.
Okay, so the one by Thrax, Shelly, and Nori. then.
Nori. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to move towards that direction.
Okay.
And then
Yep.
fire at the zombie by Billy.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
Short bow.
9 will actually just hit.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god!
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Woo! So that's gonna be 9 damage, and
Level 2,
then,
baby.
Yeah,
And
these
then
these guys are making no attempt to dodge anything.
and then another, so 10 damage total.
Okay, beautiful. Vitals down 1. Okay, Thrax.
Can I bonus action hide anywhere?
Sure, if you want to duck out of sight, like
just so
into
the
the hall.
specter. Yeah, just so the specter can't
But he has to go under the water. That's the only.
say that. I don't want to go in that water.
Make a stealth check. 17. Okay. You disappear. Thrax, you're up.
Okay, so just so that I understand and I have the picture correct in my head, I'm standing at one door. Opposite wall is another door where the zombies are flooding in.
Correct.
Right. So between
Or
me
they're trying to. Yes.
trying to get in and standing in their way is Billy and Rad.
Correct.
Everybody else is fleeing.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, when you say it like that,
Hey, we're trying to
That's fine.
help an injured man.
It's absolutely fine.
Yeah, we're
Um,
giving you cover.
I think Thrax in this moment is going to realize that like we couldn't quite make the escape attempt in time, and so I want to kind of this is what I want to do. You tell me if it's possible. I want to race to the opposite side of the room. I don't know what the distance is.
Okay.
Along the way, I want to take the torch that I'm holding and I want to drop it into the space where the body holding the urn or the jar was.
Okay. Absolutely.
Ooh.
And then I want to like approach that other door and try to attack that zombie on the other side.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
Yes, sir. Here we go. 9.
9.
You do have
Okay.
inspiration.
You
I
do
do
have
have
inspiration if you want to use it.
Is this the moment
Yep.
for a
I don't know.
perception check, though? I mean,
Hey, it's up
okay,
to you,
that's-
man.
I can't use
believe
it
in
on
you.
an attack roll, right?
You can use it on an attack roll. Absolutely.
I can use inspiration on an attack roll?
Yeah, you
Oh.
can use it on any roll.
So, ooh. No, I'm going 9. That's fine. Let's
Okay.
save it for when it counts.
You look, you drop it, you keep running, get to the other side. Doing anything on that side, or are you holding the line?
I really want to like attack the creature that looks like it's taken the most damage so far. So probably
Sure.
the lead zombie that's coming into the room.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
All right. I'm just gonna go unarmed strike with my claws this time.
Okay. 14 hits, 8 points of damage.
Nice.
You, as you you hit it, rip into it. You see you're doing damage. All of you are
Right.
doing damage. Something seems to be compelling them forward through the damage, through the pain. They don't seem to be falling to this damage. You're ripping into these bodies.
Right.
Should I like stab the hearts in the jar? I want to stab the hearts in the jar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, that's my next turn.
I'm gonna.
But you guys go.
Yeah.
Smart Daniel.
I think I'm going to. Oh gosh. Bonus action patient defense. Use a key point.
Okay.
Do it.
That sounds like what I'm gonna do. So
Okay.
it's gonna come out as a cast, but
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nori, you're up.
All right. So is the Father Pacris kind of like stumbling down the hall?
He is. Yeah.
Okay.
He seems capable. He's
Capable,
walking.
okay.
He's-
So I'll let him.
you also
continue.
see he's he's sort of like ripping pieces off of his robes to sort of tie around some of his his wounds and stuff.
Okay, so I'll let him continue, and then I'll come back into the room. And you can, there's not like a patient defense, but there's like a dodge action,
There's
right?
a dodge action, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will just ready like a dodge action for if the zombies
Okay.
come near me.
Absolutely. Shelly.
Yeah, again, this guy seems like he's doing fine now. I'm actually quite worried about Billy, so I'm thinking I turn back and
Okay.
would I be able to get back to the zombie everyone's beaten on and also Billy?
You wouldn't be able to reach the zombie that everybody's beating on because there's like a bunch of people in the way.
Hey,
But
on,
you
guys.
could get to Billy, yeah.
Okay, I'll get to Billy and use a hit dice.
Go for it. 2. Billy, you get 2 hit points back.
Thank you.
You win some, you lose some.
That zombie is going to attack Rad. 24 to
damn.
hit.
Ooh.
Seven points of damage.
Cut
Billy, you're up.
because I'm angsting.
Yes, you
Alright.
are.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Such an
4,
angsty
right?
guy.
Or 3.
That is halved round down, so 3.
I am going to. The other 2 zombies are like much closer now.
Yes, there are 2 that are like up towards you. Like 2 of them that could actually hit you if they wanted to.
Okay.
And then 1 of them that is stuck behind that one. Those 2.
Okay. I'm gonna disengage.
Okay.
And then go out like far but enough back I'll be like out of range. I guess by the other door and then pull out my longbow.
Okay.
And then the disengage would be my action.
Well, you do you have cunning action? Oh no, you're a ranger. I always
ranger.
think you're a rogue. So yeah, disengage would be your action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move out of the way so that the heavy hitters can hit, and then I'll pull get my bow ready, but unable to do anything else.
Okay.
And then I guess can I take a look at can I take a look at what Thorax did, like throwing that torch into the tomb?
Sure, make a perception check.
Shelly, did you take off of your health?
Dirty. Oh wait, nat 20.
20. Yeah, you see
Let's go.
when Thrax dropped the torch in there, you saw it sort of lit some of the ash sort of like went up. And over against one of the walls, you see a form just sort of like as fire sort of like dances across it.
Oh, okay. Which wall?
The one closest to the door that everybody's trying to escape through.
Oh, okay. So the one that I moved closer to.
Yep.
All right. I'm definitely gonna, if I can, shout out that the fire is affecting something in the wall.
Okay.
To whoever can hear me.
Okay. Rad.
Okay. Being that, like, just hitting these things is not doing much damage,
Mm-hmm.
Rad's gonna attack one with the intent to, like, remove an arm.
Sure. So that'll be a called shot.
Smart.
Called
Rip
shot.
it right
okay.
off.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You just chop clean through one arm and into the side of this thing.
Nice.
It looks like this thing looks absolutely brutalized. 12 points. It is still moving, but it looks bad.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. You, Billy, as you shout about this thing in the wall, you see this like ghostly skeletal face turns towards you from that, from it, flies towards you.
Can I
No,
can I just say fuck?
That is a 10 to hit.
Oh,
It does not hit.
Okay.
yeah.
Thank God.
So that will miss.
Thank you, Jeebus.
Zombie 2 makes an attack also on Rad, but will miss. Roddy.
I'm pulling out the jar, and I want to slice open the seal and then just triple kill, stab these
Like
hearts.
a toothpick through
Stabbing
all of
into
them.
it.
I want to kebab these
Oh,
hearts.
but yes.
Okay.
Right in
You
the
gotta
heart.
eat that later. Can you just start
Triple
with one?
vampire kill.
Come on.
I
Before
need-
I stab it, can I make a perception check to see if the damage that has happened to the zombies has affected the hearts at all? Are they beating faster? Is it deteriorating?
They do seem to be beating faster, but they are not deteriorating.
Okay, then I just want to stab them all.
Okay. You stab into them.
From
Go
the
ahead.
bell.
Go ahead and roll me damage.
Okay, so that's gonna be. This would be with my short sword. That's 11 damage. Can I
You-
get a sneak attack?
You
mean-
stab into this. The jar shatters as your blade just rips through it. You see these hearts just explode from the impact of your sword. Those of you over by the hall see all three of these figures go and all hit the ground.
Yes.
Good job, guys.
Billy,
Brad, you did it.
where you are engaged with this figure, you see them turn and snarl and just go and just turns to like mist in the air before vanishing.
So the zombies were like the bodies, and then the wall figures were like their souls, or some
think-
shit. I don't know.
I think the three people were the three people he went with, and they were turned into zombies, and those were its hearts. And the thing that turned them into zombies was hiding in the wall. Maybe it was that mummy. Either way, are we out of combat?
You're out of combat,
I'm gonna go up to the
as far as you know.
the weird freaky thing turned into mist. Can I see if like there's anything like kind of inspect the wall to see if there's anything on it that was like it would give me a clue as to what it was? Some ancient writing
On where?
like the wall, because you said it was embedded in the wall.
What?
That like the thing that was trying to
The shade.
life drain me. The shade.
The shade was just like over by the wall. It was
Okay,
just
okay.
like a
Alright.
like a shadowy form.
And then
They
can
came
I,
out of the crypt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then can I guess can I just look at the like the decorations of the like the tomb that's on fire if I can? Just to see if there's like any hint of like what that was.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I also make an investigation check?
You've already looked it over.
Okay, for sure then.
9.
Yeah, looking it over, you don't see anything that would tell you what this was. Sarcophagus is very clearly very old. But it's not anything you recognize. You trying to get out of here?
How far has Father Pacris gotten?
You don't.
Very not far at all.
Okay.
Oh.
5 feet down the hall.
I don't think Thrax is quite ready to leave. I think
Okay.
he would probably point down the hallway where the zombies have collapsed and said, I think they went this way.
I mean,
We should check here. They might still be down there.
yeah, I don't know if that shade's dead. Do we? I mean, we can give the father one of our kits, and then
Say give him a kiss.
you please don't
Mwah.
assault the father. No, give him one of our medicine kits. The healer's kit.
Shouldn't
Oh,
we
we
make
have
sure
those?
he gets out safe
Yeah,
first?
let's escort him to the
Okay.
door.
All right.
Okay.
How far back is the door?
It's a ways.
Yeah. He said
Yeah.
he was going to lock us in by nightfall.
Yeah, how much
Yeah,
time
we-
has passed? Like a few hours
You're-
already?
It would have taken you probably about 2 hours to get down this far.
Okay.
Yeah, we should go
Then
back.
we should just
Yeah, we
head
better
back.
get out of here.
It's okay. We can always come back, guys, if you really want to explore more. But we should go up
How
top.
about we go down? Hear me out.
How about
Billy.
All
Yeah.
great plans start with the hear me out.
Know that I'm terrible to watch playing games because I want to like explore every nook and cranny. Like
I'm pretty fast. I could just
you are a monk.
run down there real
Yeah.
quick, check things out, and if it's nothing, I'll just come back.
Rax, if you die,
And if
Uh-huh.
he
I'll
doesn't
never
come
forgive
back,
you.
we'll come
Uh,
after you.
I'm also pretty fast. I can go with Thrax
Okay.
if you want to, because I can have a bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Cunning action.
You're
Level
probably
2.
actually, even though I'm a monk, you're probably somehow faster than me. Mechanically.
Little
It's a
goat
racial
man.
advantage.
Yeah.
Can you not burn key points to do a bonus action dash yet?
You
I
could
don't-
step of the wind.
I can step of the wind as of level 2, but I don't think I want to burn all my ki just running
Yeah,
down the
no
hallway.
worries.
As cool
Yeah.
as that sounds.
One thing that I do want to do is I just want to like take out like a notepad or a journal and just write down as many like shorthand observations as I can make about this crypt to like research it later.
Just do like
Or
an
like
etching.
Okay,
Yeah.
does
maybe we
Roddy have
should-
dark vision?
No.
Maybe we should ask Father
have a lantern, though.
Packers a few more questions before we split the party.
Yeah, sure. We're
Yeah.
going.
There you go.
As
No,
you turn
right.
to go, Thrax has already run off.
Okay. You start moving down that hallway. You see very quickly that tunnel opens up into 3, 5, 7, 12 different passages very quickly start branching off of that main hallway.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
You think, like, as you start looking at all these options, you think it'd be very easy to get lost down here. And you don't have the time
Yeah.
to map it out.
Okay. Maze of caverns. Door that's gonna seal on us. Do I smell or perceive anything that feels like it's like? Is there? Okay. Divination skill. Here we go.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I need a little bit of guidance to get through to whatever it is, because I don't feel like just Pacris is the reason we're here, but I'm not sure. So I want to just confirm.
Okay.
Oh, this is such a bad idea. How many
Pax
hit
lives
die
here,
do I
you-
have now? Do I have 2?
Yep.
You have 2.
And it
Okay.
doesn't cost you anything to use those two.
Big money.
I kind
Higher-
of want to use them both, but at the same time. Okay, I'm
Higher
going to
you
use
roll,
one.
The more clarity you get.
Oh my gosh.
You do have inspiration.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to double time on this roll of
Hell
divination. So I'm going to roll 2d8. How do I double up?
If you just click the d20 in the middle, and
I'll give you
then
dice.
just roll twice.
Okay, that's fine.
Ooh, 7. That's good.
It-
Sweet.
Nice, nice.
I don't even know if I
nice.
need inspiration. That's pretty
Up to
good.
you. It's 12.
That's really good.
12 out of
Best you
16.
could get.
I'm going to stay. I stay.
With a 12, you start looking down these hallways, and as you do, you see various like glimpses down the different hallways as you're looking down them. You look down one of them, you see Shelly dead on the bottom of a spike pit. You look down another one, you see a spear through the head of Roddy. You look down another one, you see some sort of horrifying scaled creature just ripping Rad apart.
That
And
one's
then this happens over and over and over again. You see one hallway that opens up into a chamber. You see a tall statue of a figure holding some sort of orb that seems to be pulsing. You can see all of you sort of standing around it, and you also see Father Pacris standing there as well, but he looks fully healed. All of you look at your 100% as you're standing there. Because you rolled high, it seems that if you were to try and progress here, you need to be at your best. You are not capable of making it there right now.
You know, I just want to say, if you're gonna put Palantir in your game, you, you know, like, how compelling is that? And you want me to turn around and walk away?
Oh, I want you to come back.
Yeah.
This is only step one.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Okay.
We'll be back.
And
You
I
don't
don't have a
wanna live
sense for
here.
how far away that statue is. Like, it's
No,
far enough.
You
That,
just
okay.
you just know the path that would take you there.
You. Okay, fine.
I'm there
I
with
think
Rex, right?
I would head back to the rest of the group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not yet. We
You
gotta
guys
come
head
back.
back.
Yeah.
You guys return up through the tunnels, make it out before you get locked inside. They will take you back up through the reforged gate and back out into Halanyor.
Oh.
Father Pakris will take you to the temple. He will, any of you that are hurt, he will have people attend to you. No magical healing, but there are people that bandage you, tend to your wounds, give stitches where they can, and help you heal up. Sits down with all of you once you're sort of stitched up, pulls you into a room. He says, looking at all of you, but specifically his eyes seem to linger on Shelley. And he says, I have seen many things in my life. And he points at Shelley. What I saw you do should no longer be possible. But then again, the dead should not be rising, and shadows should not kill. Peculiar times we live in. He sort of turns his head, almost seems to be listening. And he says, you are all different. Nods at Shelley. Like her.
Definitely not like me. They're much more whole.
I drink oil.
God damn it, Rex.
Make us better.
He says, I have been studying these abnormalities. They're appearing at an alarming rate. Not all of them in the possession of those who would see good done. What is your goal? What do you seek?
I want to make it go away.
I can understand that. Change can be scary.
This one's not like metaphorical scary. It's literal scary.
He nods. He says, I might not be able to help make it go away. But I can help control it.
Okay.
Together.
It turns towards the rest of you. What do you seek? What guides your path?
Knowledge, riches, and adventure. Roddy's gonna tip his little adventure hat.
He nods.
Looking for the next good deal. Without making eye contact.
Shelly, Nori, Thrax.
I'd like to know where it came from. But that's only half my goal. I think I already did with my other half. I've got friends now.
I would like to go home and help my friends. Where I live isn't very nice, and the people who run the mines aren't very nice.
I'm here to help Nori, but when that's over, I'd really like to find at least one place where I belong.
He nods. He says, I believe that there are others like you, like me. I'd like to help them. But they're hard to find. Some don't want to be found. If you can help me, I can help you.
So you can help
Square
us
deal.
control these so-called abilities?
You cannot control chaos. But you can learn to bend in the wind. It's not about controlling it. It's about learning to flow with it. Will you help me?
Shake his hand.
Billy's seeing bigger dollar signs in their future, so
I think we can help.
He nods, sort of gives a slight bow. He says, "Well, rest up. We start training in the morning."
Train.
And he rises up and walks out of the door. And that is where we will wrap up tonight. And we will pick up there
I didn't sign up for
after
training.
PAX.
Wow.
Yo, we've been a Jedi Master. Yo.
Cue the montage music. Just start doing push-ups.
Roddy, before we leave, Roddy, they will set up like little rooms for you guys so that you have somewhere to lay down, keep your stuff, that sort of thing. You don't have to sleep in a scuzzy tavern. Roddy, you get to your room. There is a small hole in the roof, in the thatch. And sitting up in the rafters, you see a rather fat chicken.
Eggs for days! I'd like to just grab it and place it on my head.
Absolutely. that is where we will end tonight's stream. Thank you, everybody who came out for it. Thank you to my wonderful players. Thank you to Paul for running all the tech and everything.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, man behind the curtain.
We will not see you on Thursday this week because half of this stream will be at PAX. If you're gonna
boost, baby.
If you're gonna be at PAX, hit us up. We would love to say hi. But we will be back on May 2nd. Is our next session back, and we may have some sort of content for you next week. We'll see what we've got going.
I will be a zombie, but I will make sure I'm in front of a camera.
Thank you to everybody. Thank you to Alchemy RPG. Thank you to 1985 Games. We'll see you at PAX if you're going to be there. And until then, embrace the nonsense. Have a great week. Bye everybody.
Bye.